Yes, let's get going then with today. So here we are again. Who wants to tell us where we are and why? What happened? Why are you fighting in the streets again? Again.
We were in Joe's, right? That was the town's name. Went to speak with the elders. My order of story is probably not gonna be like the most precise, but whatever. We went to see the elders. Got in and got some information that we would needed to gather even more people here. I've written this somewhere. Okay. The Tower of Art was created to seal the calamity, and that it takes a group of many different people that do many different things in order to release the seal and have people go in. So the Joes tribe was tasked with the protection of the tower, and they can gather people to open the Tower of Art. And to make sure we are up for the task to get the key, they told us that we need to take care of Zixioth, who at some point of last session we met with Raynar and has the same grudges against Zixioth. So I'm like, sure, we can go do that. So right now we are in the town trying to go to the market, and we got struck by the remaining Power Rangers. And there were dragons in the air, and presumably Hofnir chased them off. And I probably missed out unimportant details.
I mean, yeah, there were some extra details there. In addition, I would issue a correction in there to point out that you are going to Zixioth because Zixioth has the key to get into the there's apparently there's multiple layers of getting into the tower, so Zixioth has one of the keys to get in there, so you can't get in there without that.
Cool.
But yeah, anybody else have anything to add?
No, I'd say that's pretty good. I think we ended right as we had finished off our adversaries in the marketplace. We had done some collateral damage to a poor merchant's shop, but I don't think any innocent lives were lost, and we were kind of in the aftermath of that when we wrapped up.
And Pyro seems to be getting some of his powers back.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's an important detail. It's not an unimportant one.
Yep. Something else happened during the fight as well.
Cone of cold, acid breath.
No, I mean something. Something else happened during the fight as well, but I don't know if you noticed. Anyways.
I don't like that. Don't do that. Don't say there was something we should have noticed.
Maybe you should have, maybe you shouldn't have. Who knows? Anyways. So yeah, the people are all gathering around to see what happened and everything. There's some guards who come and question you. I assume you probably just explained to them the situation, how it is.
Very simplified version.
Yeah, with the version that paints us as innocent victims set upon by assassins in the marketplace, and we did our best to minimize collateral damage and protect innocent life.
Yeah.
That version.
Yeah, and the guards kind of question some other people around as well, and your story seems to check out. And overall, they seem a little bit confused about the fact that there isn't too much evidence of any opponents left, but they take your story as is and let you go.
Great. Positive
Is this
experience
accurate?
with the police.
Everyone is at full health except 3. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
I
I was
think
like, no one
Todd,
took damage?
Todd took the
Wow.
brunt of the damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Todd-
and then I
Todd's-
said
Oh,
Hmm.
right.
yeah, and then I said at the end of the battle that while Raynar was talking to people, I spammed mending on Todd, so he's back up to full. But yeah, just Frid and Todd. There, if you took damage.
Your dragon summon also took some damage.
Oh, right.
And based on the HP, it looks like Parsnip might have taken a hit.
It's in his 10 HP, so it's fine. I'm not even like heartbroken about it.
But yeah, you are back in the streets, or you are still in the streets of the city.
So what are these dragons on the horizon? In fact, I'll turn that question towards the party because you guys seem to know this golden dragon that's fighting them off. Is this something we need to be worried about?
No. We encountered the red dragon warrior with his dragon friend. He seemed to sort of be puppeting it, and the dragon it is one that the surrounding area was familiar with. They knew his name, and it almost sort of seemed like he was a dragon and had full sentience, and then the dragon warrior came and somehow took control of it.
Wait, so who's puppeting who? The things we killed are puppeting the dragons, or were they just pawns?
I don't know.
Oh no.
But if I had to guess, I'd say the dragon warriors were able to exert some control over those dragons.
I see. So that we killed them, we're not likely to have pissed the flying things off.
Mind control is not a power I'm aware of red dragons having, and we did a lot of research prior to going to defeat it.
Yeah, but the red and yellow dragon warriors didn't exactly seem like they were under their own control either.
No, they were definitely being controlled by the calamity or something else.
But the gold one is one we have met before. He was being controlled by whatever this calamity is, and we were able to free him from that. We had not spoken to him or seen him since then, but obviously he's, I guess, watching us.
So right now, as we kind of look at the horizon, what's the current state of things with the dragons in the sky?
They are flying off eastward.
So they're away from the city. Are they still? They're still fighting each other, and kind of their battle is moving eastward.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but like they are the group of dragons up there is moving away. They were already far away to begin with, so
just trying to gauge how imminent a threat they might pose to us, if at all.
Horfnidring is vastly more powerful than them, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. He's a gold dragon, and he's the oldest dragon we know exists, so we're pretty confident that he's fine.
Yeah, Bahamut called him one of his children, so there is that.
I see. So
we got a special thank you from Bahamut.
It feels a bit coincidental that he would be here at the same time we get attacked by these aspects.
Fair.
I wonder why. I wonder what.
That is a good question to ask him if he would ever respond to the sending spell.
You haven't used the sending spell.
Haven't succeeded.
Oh God, that's right. I keep forgetting that. I keep assuming that we're familiar enough with him.
All right.
Speaking of sending, though, let's say.
Is it Anlos? Who's Anlos's favorite? Me?
You're supposed to be Fried, but Fried is not here.
No, and Anlos is also does not have the spell. But let's say Mervin. you get messaged by Efnos,
Cool. Hang on. Incoming.
who says that Ina Fadov is anxious for you to return so that they can open the vault.
Ah,
They've been waiting for
Yes.
days.
perfect. Perfect thing to do today. Yes. All right. Yeah, let's do that before we go off.
Is that here in Jost?
No, it's
No.
we have a special portal stick.
Ah, speaking of
only
portals,
go-
that reminds me, we
It
were
only
going
goes
to.
to this tower.
Oh, okay. We were going to the market, like in anticipation of teleporting into the north to begin a journey southward to avoid the forbidden area that would
Yeah.
surely kill us if we went into it. I believe that's what we were aiming to do. So
Yeah,
that's-
we got special permission to use the teleportation circle
right. That was it.
to make it safer to teleport to that region and skip the desert travel. I think it's still important to skip the desert travel because otherwise we'd have to go down and back up. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste
Days.
the Arcanium going through Port Lone. And I don't want to waste time.
I'm not sure why you would
Okay.
be going to Port Lone. Let me bring you up
No,
to the map. I guess you've
I could've
forgotten how the
sworn-
map looks like.
Well, I could have sworn
There's a
that you could-
direct route to Kantok
Oh, there
in
is,
the
sorry.
east. Yes.
There is. Never mind. I had forgotten about that one. Oh, right, because the problem was that we needed to go to the Dunes of Flame to visit Pyros's patron, and so yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, are you able to like contact your patron now,
Oh yeah.
Pyros? Like try writing in the book, see what's happened.
Can give it a shot. I guess pull open the book and first off, I guess see if the names are still written there.
Yeah, they haven't disappeared at any point.
All right, then yeah, go ahead and I guess try to send a message there to Mirage. Just I guess since they didn't respond last time, ask if the talisman arrived and what the result was.
The reply is... In the book, the text appears just as before. Or rather, like, quite normal as to what it was like a longer time ago, because there was that point when it got a little bit jaggy. But now it looks quite normal. And the response is... you have my blessing. Go forth.
Okay. I guess that means everything is all set.
How does it feel to be a free man or free tribe right now? It's different now, isn't it?
Yeah. We obviously still have a lot we need to do, but at least I don't have that looming over me anymore. And once we're done here, I guess it's just whatever I want to do.
Before I forget, I replied, "FNOS will be there today." because I forgot to say that.
I mean, Pyros is still
Like-
yeah, free isn't necessarily the term I would use.
Yeah, we don't necessarily know.
For a brief moment there, you were free. Because the Warlock's
How
power
many-
always comes with, there's a catch.
Mhm.
How many other followers would you estimate your patron has?
I wouldn't really know for sure. I think in large part that's going to determine, by how long they've managed to live. 'Cause I'd imagine that. I'm sure you got the impression he wasn't exactly the patient sort.
Right.
So he probably would have continued to send more and more. I just don't know how long between, new people he would have allowed.
Are you thinking of gathering them up, Mervin?
I don't know. I was just curious that I don't know. I guess I was just curious. I don't think gathering them up would do anything.
Are you saying we don't need an army for our purpose?
I guess that would be nice if we could try and do that, but
Yeah, even more fire starters. Isn't that great?
yeah, more fire starters. Yeah.
An army of random Warlocks.
Yeah, an army of random warlocks.
Yes. Not only do you give an evil creature a powerfully evil artifact, but then you align yourself with an army of their followers.
Hopefully with
Sounds
us
like
at the head of said army.
Does anyone
Sounds
watch
like a
Dimension
great
20?
plan.
I'd imagine that it would have been somewhat limited because they obviously wouldn't want to gather too much attention from stronger mages that could want to, finish the capture.
No, it's an idea. You can ponder about it. We don't have to act on it. It's just an idea. Shall we move
This-
on to the market?
Yeah, this idea reminds me so strongly of a season of Dimension 20. One of the characters uses an army of like really low level warlocks to go fight a mind flayer, and they all die.
I mean, like Warlock against
splits off-
a Terrace is like
He splits off from
Jesus.
the party and almost dies himself. Just uses an army of NPC warlocks. And it goes so poorly.
Well, it certainly seemed like your power was not wanting in that little skirmish. Is this a sign of things to come then?
It could be. I obviously didn't go for the full extent of it, but it seemed like it was more or less back to normal. Which means I likely won't need to be wearing the leather armor anymore.
All right. Clap Pyros on the back. Good to have you then. Good to have you.
You can pass off that.
If you're into it.
You can pass off that enhanced armor onto Reyna.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Was there anything specific we were actually looking at the marketplace for here, or just seeing what they have?
I needed to get a couple of rings to be able to cast Warding Bond.
Oh, I have
Other
them.
than that, I'm good.
You don't need them. I have a pair.
Oh, how wonderful.
I bought them because I have access to Warding Bond, and then we decided that it was absolutely not advantageous for me to cast it because I don't
Might
have
be a
enough
little
health.
better in my hands, so I'll take
It would be way better in
Now
your
we've got matching rings and matching earrings. Love it.
Yes.
Yeah, the only time
my spell throwing item to give Todd access to that spell, but he also doesn't have that much health.
the only time Warding Bond was used, Mervin got absolutely destroyed because of it.
Yeah.
It also takes an action to undo.
Mervin was trying to step out of that 60 range? And
Right, yeah, I
just
was just
do that.
trying to sprint away, so I was out of range.
Out of range of your own spell.
Yeah, and generally speaking, also a good rule of thumb is if you have Warding Bond, you probably shouldn't be in like AoE range of your partner.
Stay away from the wizard, and don't channel haste or don't concentrate on haste. Yeah, these are good, valuable lessons. That said, who should get the other ring? Who's our squishiest, likeliest to need it?
Well, Celery's squishiest, but he also has a tendency to teleport more than 60 feet away from people. So there's like a careful balance.
That's a nice way of saying run away.
Yeah.
Better part of valor.
That's my what was it? Something operanda.
Modus operandi.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the only other person that is consistently up close is Todd.
Can Todd wear my ring?
Yes.
You
I
can
think
do
so.
what you want with Todd. But Todd will always be right next to you too. So like
Yeah.
there's the AoE problem.
True. Well,
I mean, when you need to cast it, you'll know it.
we can always prepare too if we're in a situation where we have a battle plan that requires it. In any case, happy we have the rings. Is there anything else we needed to get in the markets? I mean, are we like well supplied, provisions, all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah.
I don't even have a bedroll. I just came here with
if you want to get
my
get the
armor and a
basics,
sword.
Yeah, go buy some basics. I also have the create food and water spell, which I've been preparing every day that we've been in the desert. So we don't need to worry too much on rations. And we should have at least 1 day's worth of rations.
Okay. So we'll get, kind of your basic camping gear, that kind of stuff squared away.
We bought climbing gear in preparation for doing the mountains like a while ago. So we have that in case Ixioth's tower is like conveniently out of reach.
Yeah, no, it will be in the mountains, I believe, right? So I should also probably get some kind of clothing to put over top of my armor so I don't look like quite such a weirdo walking around the marketplace. So I'll get, assuming the gold is on hand, I'll get some appropriate attire.
Mm-hmm.
Your plate armor is not against your bare skin, though.
Yeah.
What?
It's like living armor. It's like the armor is like grafted to my skin. And I don't know how to take it off.
Ew.
Don't ask me about how I handle,
Yeah, I think it's one of those magic items that's technically related to like mind flayers and stuff. But obviously it could be different here.
God.
I just woke up with it on. Don't know how to get it off.
Oh no. That's upsetting.
And the armor has the symbol of Ilmater on it?
No, that's my hand.
Oh, okay.
Okay. God.
Okay, so I guess if we manage to get basics from market, are we going to the Hall of Order to look at the sigil?
Yeah, I suppose it definitely wouldn't hurt to have you know it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, while we're en route to take care of these things, talk to me about this vault that we're apparently visiting today.
Oh yes, that's we have a tower. We found this cool vine whip sword thing, or is it separate from the vine sword?
Separate.
No. Yeah. Okay. We have this vine thingy, and it needs to charge in the moonlight, and then we can use it to. It has several charges. We can use it to make a portal, and the portal only goes to this tower. And then inside the tower we found it was just completely empty. There's 5 floors plus a basement, and if I remember correctly, and it's warded. It's like the entire thing is lined in duridium. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, the element that it's an element that prevents magic from penetrating it. So you can generate magic inside, but magic cannot pass through the barrier created by it. So no one can see us inside, and we can't, do stuff.
And the vote has it as well that we wouldn't be able
Yes.
to open.
Right, so we can't like pass Arcana through the vault or anything. We haven't figured out how to open the vault. My inspection of it led us to believe that there's a button somewhere, maybe. And in the basement we found some evidence that there was. We also found an earth elemental that Pyrrhus was able to speak to. That was great.
Yeah, we sent
the
him
earth
home.
elemental. Yeah, we sent him home.
Yeah, you didn't really talk to
and-
it. You just sent it home.
I think we asked. I could have sworn we asked him a question. He said everyone left and left me here or something.
Yeah, but you didn't really like talk to it.
No, not really.
You didn't really
But
find
we
out
found some-
why it was there or
we found-
anything.
We found some evidence that there were people living there a really long time ago, and they all like cleared out for some reason.
So what's bringing us back to this tower today?
So we met this this woman in Port Lone that we fought in the tournament against. She came up to us after and was like, "I am a basically a general for hire, and if you would like, I would love some work." And we were like, "Perfect." So we basically made her our personal assistant. So she is setting up the tower, and we sent 2 allies, because those are the only allies we have, to go to her. And it seems like they've both arrived, because Ethnos is there. And I can't imagine it took Anlos longer to get there, but we'll see.
It did take Anlos longer to get there.
Oh, because she had to wait for the car that we sent her or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's 2 allies, and then the tower is near Catbury, right?
Mhm.
Catbury?
Fairly close to there.
Yeah. We left some of the dragon's hoard with her. We left her the
over there.
paintings.
Thank you.
Because that seemed like something that we needed. If we wanted to get maximum money out of, we should not sell them in the Orc Confederacy. We should sell them in the capital city of the Empire, because that'll fetch more money. Right.
So we believe that opening this vault is somehow imminent? Have the assistants made progress?
It's more
he
out
said
of
that they're
curiosity.
waiting for us to. They said what he said was they've been waiting for us to open the vault, because we specifically told her not to open the vault. So they may have found how to open the vault, and they're just waiting for us to do it, or
Okay.
they're asking us to come help them. So one of the two. Doesn't particularly.
Maybe they found out how to open the vault like days ago, and you've just been,
Shopping. So speaking of which, we'll wrap up our shopping then. I think we're going to get to look at the sigil, and then sure, let's go check out this vault.
Yeah, so you make your way over to the halls of order. You inform them that you are allowed to go and check out the teleportation circle, and they're like, okay, fine.
No verification.
I'll spend some time studying it.
The elder sent word.
Cool.
How much time do you need?
I think it's a minute. Is it a whole minute of observing it? Let me check. Let's put it up.
Yeah.
1 minute. Yeah.
All right. So it doesn't take long at all. Then what?
So then check
Then
in the marketplace for supplies and whatever else might stand out, I guess.
One small thing, actually, if we could send word to the elder via maybe the guards or something along those lines, that about just to make sure he's aware of our role in the fight in the marketplace, to make sure that we were protecting people. Just putting in a good word for us, since we're trying to win the favor of the elder and his people.
If you'd like to do that, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Just passing
I
along.
write it, advertisement. I was like, the fire starters clear out to the bad guys.
Yeah.
Skywriter.
Yeah. It's always a good thing to advertise, like, hey, you know that problem, those people that were coming after us, we dealt with them. So we were the problem, but we dealt with it.
I don't see us having been the problem. There were some belligerent forces that were willing to unleash quite a bit of power in public, and we managed to dispatch them with minimum of collateral damage and no loss of life. I think that speaks to our capabilities.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's perfect that you are speaking for that, because these others would probably not say that, because they would probably know that they were the problem. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It seemed to me like we were just going about our humble business. And
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so what else?
We should find a safe place to open the portal.
Mm-hmm.
You should just teleport into the woods. The woods is like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine, right? In the
Oh,
woods.
you'd like to do the teleport to or the Kantok region and then do the vine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Technically,
okay.
thinking about it now and looking through list of spells, I could use the limited wish for transport via plants,
That's smart.
but we'd have to find a tree.
This is the desert.
Yeah.
But right now I'm under the effects of Arcanium, so I'm fairly confident it will go right. All right.
Yeah, I think we have. So with everything that's helping you, what's our success rate? What's our chance of success?
If you're going directly into Kantok Academy of Arts Sigil, it should be 100%. Should be.
Yeah.
Until I actually test it, I wouldn't know, but it should be.
What's the success rate for an area you have a link to?
Let's put it up, but
It was 75.
Because
oh my god, this is so difficult to see.
Because I think we determined that going into Kantok is a bad idea because they'll immediately.
No, Kantok is bad idea because of the guards that are about to pounce us. That's why.
Yeah.
It's not about the teleportation.
Okay.
Yeah,
so...
I know. It's they're gonna arrest us immediately.
If you're going to the Druid Circle where Fritz's family is, I could just borrow something from Fritz, right? Wouldn't it be considered like one of his things?
Nope.
Okay.
Did we
Anyway,
get-
I will assume that's kind of
We
familiar.
didn't receive anything from. We didn't get anything from them, did we?
Fritz himself is like a token, isn't it?
Nope.
So teleport, very familiar. 25 to 100 is on target. 14 to 24 is off target. 6 to 13 is similar area, and 1 to 5 is mishap.
Can't we go to where you grew up? Isn't that very familiar to you? There's no circle, but
Very familiar is a
Yeah.
place you have been very often, a place you have carefully studied, or a place you can see when you cast the spell.
So that's like a 85% chance that it will go right, which I guess is good enough for us, right?
yeah, 85 is like going to your hometown is probably even better than going to the Dragon's Lair. Because the Dragon's Lair
Lair is
you have a
object,
thing from it. Yeah.
and that's 100%. If I'm going to
That
the
is?
Dragon's Lair, yeah, because it's associated object, it's 100%.
Oh, then that might be better actually. Even if there are ghosts.
This discussion of double-digit mishap percentage chances makes Reynard very nervous, but I go along.
What does
Dragon's Lair
mishap
might be-
actually means? You just take some damage. I mean, we're high enough level to take some damage, right?
Let's see. So you take 3d10 force damage, and then it gets re-rolled again to see where you go, and you can get mishap multiple times.
It's okay, it's only 3d10. We can take it. I mean, that's what the time stone is for, right? Reroll.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me take the time stone away from Frit.
Yeah, but if
For
we
this
end up with the
session.
mishap and then just end up in a similar area, which just means you end up someplace that looks a lot like that place.
I mean, isn't that convenient? We just end up going into like zigzags left. Isn't that convenient?
Wow.
You assume that that would be a similar area, when
Or-
a similar area is actually a dwarven city on another continent.
Yeah, Dwarven City or Dragon's Lair.
I mean, at that point, I could just do teleportation circle, and then we can end up wherever we want because that's
No,
safe.
let's do the Dragon's Lair. If the chance is that high, and we'll probably go by the entrance. It's fine.
It
There
won't
might be some
be in the
pesky-
entrance. It will be inside the room with the spider.
Oh God, you're right. Oh my
It'll
God.
be there.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll make our way out. Maybe we have to deal with some pesky ghosts, but it's fine.
Okay.
These
Mentally
things we don't
prepare
talk
for it.
about.
Who's afraid of spiders? And then, since he's not here to oppose, we're going to the spider room.
Spiders and go. I'll pull my sword out, kind of stand ready.
So here's a good question as part of this. How far in miles are we from this Dwarven city that we were trying to go to?
Are you asking if we can't just go on foot?
More because of even the off-target thing says you end up a certain percentage of that distance away.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You're just like 50 miles.
Okay.
That's not that bad. It's fine.
This is
We have
100%, so it's fine.
You know what? We have the time stone, and I am prepared to use it immediately. Or actually, does someone else want it?
What is it?
Oh, we get one.
How would you
reroll
use
per
it?
day. Well, if we show up, can't
In
we?
the middle
Can't
of a
we
lake of fire, just nope.
immediate? Can't. Oh yeah. Is there a re-roll? Who rolls?
I
mishaps.
roll, but also you would be. So the problem is, the thing has already happened.
Yeah, but can't you say that of all the time stone stuff? Like, it's a reaction to something happening? Like, why would you ever use it if you hadn't immediately witnessed the negative consequences of something?
Mm.
So why is this different?
Because if you end up in like lava,
The flavor of
gonna
that
be
is
a
like
bad.
rewinding time, right?
Yeah. If my arm is cut off with a sword, I use the time stone. I have experienced the negative effect, and so I force the reroll.
Anyways,
Okay, fine, whatever.
what are you? So you are planning to just teleport out right now?
Yes.
Are we still needing to do anything here? No, right?
No, I mean there's an argument to be made of doing the tower vault first.
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
Nope. These
Because
people
it's
are
not
talking
secure.
about teleporting somewhere completely
Yeah.
different.
Oh, okay.
Because if we're gonna do it in Joe's, then we still have to find a secure place to set up the vine. But if we're going to teleport first, then wherever we go, I kind of assume nobody's there.
That's a strong assumption.
What is
Yeah,
the worry
exactly. It's a
about
strong
using the
assumption.
vine to teleport to the vault here? We're worried that
No,
like
but-
someone could stumble into it on accident. Or...
Yeah, basically, we have to. In the past, we've gotten a hotel room, even if we're not going to use it, and then lock the door and use the vine.
Because it's a very obvious portal, so you set it in open space. Everybody gonna see the portal.
And we don't want that.
But, I mean,
No,
I
no.
suppose
They'll come through. They'll be curious.
I suppose if your
I mean, we
idea
could
is
always-
to teleport into the woods and then use it in the woods, we could kind of get the same effect if we just walk out into the desert.
woods.
Well,
Let's just
But
go
there's
on a
no woods
morning
here.
walk.
You know
out
what
of
I
the
think would be
town.
better? If we all flew upwards to like 100 feet. Nobody's gonna scout the sky, right? And then open the
What?
vine in the sky 100 feet.
do we even know if it can be
No.
used in the sky?
Why are we
No,
so
Why not?
concerned about opening a portal?
no, that's insane. Okay. The two options are we find somewhere in Jost, which is easy to open the portal. So, which do we want to do first? Do we want to get out to the Kantok region first, or do we want to go to the tower first? Because both are easy. We have multiple avenues of doing.
For the
The
sake of
thing I-
regenerating my spell slot, I'd rather go out first, teleport out first, and then sleep in the tower. Then instead of doing the teleport the next day because I don't regenerate my spell slot.
But
Okay, sorry,
so
so which
the
one-
thing that the thing why I call it like a strong assumption is that because in the town in the city you can now go and do the usual thing of going to an inn, getting an in room, opening the portal there. That's all secure. That's like you have a, let's say, 99% like sure thing right there. Teleporting somewhere, you have then the assumption that you are able to open a portal somewhere where it's going to be safe, and Baylors are going to come and walk through the portal and eat your tower.
That's a good point. Let's do the vine. Let's do the tower first.
In the inn?
Yeah, let's go to an inn,
Okay.
get a room, go to the vault.
And since it was asked, but then, brushed over in the conversation, yes, the time stone is, well,
Yeah.
I don't know the full details because I wasn't here when they acquired it, but basically, there is a fiend trapped inside this little stone. And it helps us make sure that things don't go as bad as they could. But we can't use it too many times because it could break and release the fiend inside.
All right.
I wonder if we
I eye
could.
the stone a little bit more warily than I did before.
I wonder if we could use. We should ask Ethnos about constructing. I'm sure there's a narratively convenient trap that's going to fall into our laps of how to in case the calamity. But asking Ethnos to make one might be a good idea because he has experience with both Duridium and time magic. So there's like two ideas of how to trap the thing.
And mechanically, the person holding it can use a reaction to make anyone re-roll any one dice roll.
It's in our card, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in our inventory. There it is, yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty. Okay. Let's go to an inn.
All right. You get a room, and you open the portal in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You go through the portal. And just so you know, kind of, you get to appreciate it and dogs. So you get to appreciate it and David also gets to see it. This is what the tower used to look like last time you were here. So there were these possible some sort of bandit people here shacked up in the courtyard. Somebody somehow accidentally sort of killed them all. And
It's a new spell.
yeah, just absolutely murdered everyone. And and there's these
I got it.
ruins everywhere. The tower itself is empty and everything. Yeah, that's kind of where things lied last you were here. But now, as you step through the portal, you see a fairly different looking environment here. The courtyard itself has been cleaned up a fair bit. You notice you are, hold on, people. There's you. Well, there's still one door apparently. Oh, Reynard saved as a question mark.
Oh.
Update token. There we go. Yeah, so you see that the place is being cleaned up. You see why thing isn't Roll20 isn't working for me right now. Why is it being so slow? Anyways, you see a lot of people around here as well. So what do you do? Are you just standing there at the portal looking at the tower, or are you going to do anything?
No, let's go around to the front.
Probably want to
When you
talk
say
to
a lot
Anna.
of people, is it just the tokens on the map, or is there like
No, the tokens on
other
the map, yeah.
people?
Okay.
Who are you, mister?
Not Bobbert.
Tobbert and Bobbert.
Who is Nushar? I'm gonna come up to this person. I was like, who are you, mister?
They say, I'm the chef. Who are you?
Your employer, apparently.
Oh,
Be nice, Celery.
No, I'm Ree right now, but yeah. Okay,
Ree.
let's continue.
Apologies, Ree. Be nice.
So Ina sees you arrive and says, "Oh, you've arrived finally. Welcome."
Oh, okay.
You've definitely gotten some work done.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah. We've gathered some people around here, and Epnos and Alos also arrived. They are inside currently, and yeah, we've been setting up the place little by little. Are you all right? You have not visited in a long time.
Yeah, we were busy doing stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, we got pretty distracted over down in Confederacy.
Oh, I see. Well, progress has been made here. Is there anything I should know?
Our next step is to go fight a necromancer in the mountains by Kantok, named Sixioth. Is what we're planning on doing next, just as an update of what we're up to.
I see. Okay.
And I guess the message from FNOS, you guys said something about the vault downstairs.
Yes, I sourced a solution for the problem. I was in contact with the Academy of Engineering Arts in the capital. Don't worry, I didn't tell them about who you were or anything like that, or about the location of the tower either. But they gave us a device that is that they said would most likely help. I've set it up downstairs by the vault door, and I've just been waiting for you to come over so we can try it, because you demanded that you would have to be present here first.
All right. Yeah, I guess we can take care of that.
All right.
So while this conversation is going on, I overheard the guy introduce himself as the chef, and I'd like to just have some small talk with him about ingredients and how well stocked and supplied the kitchen is here, and if there's anything he needs. I take a keen interest in cooking. So.
The chef does not seem to be very sociable, and only just like kind of grunts at half of the stuff you say. They do complain like there's not a lot to work with, and they have to work out here, and it's not a good deal. They don't seem to be happy.
Any of the spices, any of the scents or anything like that from the kitchen, does any of that remind me of home? Any memories that get triggered by that?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
Could we have a brief rundown by Anna about who the crew is anyway, as we walk past them? Like, who is Stigren, who is Jerdid?
They are people from the nearby village who Anna has hired.
I know, but I kind of want to know
here.
what they're here to do. Like, are you a wood chopper? Are you a carpenter? Like, what do they do here?
I mean, no, few people have set roles, as everybody sort of needs to do everything right now because there's nobody. So there's that many people. So
they are all general contractor except the chef. Got it.
Even the chef does a bit of everything,
But is there repair work needing to be done on the tower, not just cleanup, but actual damage?
The tower is undamaged itself.
Okay.
It was also entirely unfurnished when we were here before, other than stuff in the basement.
And considering that this portal won't open any bigger, you probably have to bring wood in to do carpentry, because you can't shove a table in.
Well, if there's any kind of, I have a proficiency in carpenter's tools, so if there's any carpentry going on, I've taken interest in that. But again, just all kind of passing stuff.
Yeah, I mean they are doing carpentry stuff as well, of course. Everything here has been pretty much built.
Are we going to rest, or are we going to rest and prepare for opening this portal, or opening the vault? Excuse me. What's the team's plan for that?
There is nothing I feel the need to prepare.
I mean, Ina is currently taking you to the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were just
along. Sure.
Yeah, you were just asking random questions about people. So
I used one spell during the last fight, and I lost no health, so I have no problem with going straight into if there is something dangerous in there.
I used 2 spells. I also feel fine.
Yeah, we should be good.
Do we want to
So-
prepare any kind of like pre-buffing or anything like that before we attempt this sort of thing?
I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's just go down
So-
and see what happens.
Okay.
So you arrive in the basement, which is on the right. And you see in front of the vault door, you see what looks like some sort of a cannon thing pointed at the vault door. You also notice that there's been some construction down here. They built up some sort of like servants' quarters area kind of place here. The forge has not really been touched.
It's fine. I don't know why you'd have it in the basement, anyways. Where does the smoke go?
I wish it was here.
I mean, maybe it was a magic forge. Maybe they didn't even use fire.
Oh.
The forge is also still too big to be used by any of you.
Giant size.
But yeah, Ina says, so here is the device. The engineers said that you would just need to ignite it and it should open up the vault door.
Oh.
I see. Okay.
Powerful magic at work.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I do not understand quite what it's supposed to do, but it has some sort of special ammunition inside of it, and supposedly it's going to help us open the door.
What's it
Yeah.
gonna do? Anna, it's a cannon.
No, it's I forget what they called it. It's some sort of
It's an eldritch key.
kinetic projecting device or
Oh. Is it like an
something
EMP?
such. A what?
An EMP.
A elemental magnetic projection.
Mervin is the engineer here.
I know.
Right.
I'll inspect the cannon, and I'd like a small bit of insight onto what it does. I'm sure it'll either explode the door or disengage whatever it does. But I would like to inspect it.
All right, roll
Arcana.
Arcana.
Arcana. Where is it? There it is. Ugh.
To you, it looks awfully like a cannon.
Great. Okay. Oh wait, how many? What did I keep track of? I did.
Looking-
Okay. I was just
Do we
checking
have
that I
any
kept
sense
track
of-
of how many arcane troll I used. Okay. Sorry. What'd you say?
Do we have any sense of what might be on the other side of this vault? Any reason to believe what could be there?
No idea. It could just be valuables. I don't know actually. I mean, it's possible there's nothing in there because they cleared out almost
The rest of
everything
it,
else.
Just to be on the safe side, I'd like to activate Divine Sense.
All right.
It's not gonna penetrate through the vault though.
It should.
Right now, no, I don't think it can.
Yeah, right now it doesn't. Like nothing passes through the Diridium.
Oh, it's the Diridium would interfere.
Yeah. But
Okay.
once we open it, then you might want it active anyway. That's
Well, I didn't know that, so I did it anyway.
Right.
Do I sense any strong evil nearby?
Is Neron evil by any chance?
I would rather ask, is Mervyn evil by any chance? But
He's just chaotic. He's
Unless
eccentric.
Mervyn is a celestial fiend or undead, I think.
Yeah.
but no, you do not.
No. Okay. Well, I rest a little bit easier.
All right, let's fire this bad boy.
All right.
It's safe for us to be so close.
Ina says, I don't know, and steps back.
All right. All right, everyone
faith
step
in you, Merv.
away, and then I'll count down 3, 2, 1 very loudly before I do it.
So you're gonna be next to the thing.
Is that not how it operates?
Yeah, I mean, don't I have to be next to it to fire it?
Is there a remote controller?
I
No,
think it was
there's
like a
a-
time fuse.
Yeah, there's a fuse that you light.
Oh, then yeah, I'll
okay.
light it and then I'll move away.
I'll stay at
All
this
right.
corner.
Guess I'll go like way over here. Todd. Actually, you know what? Todd can light it. I'll stay back. Todd will do it.
I mean,
What
he
a
can
good
still
boy.
move after he lights it.
Yeah, I know he will.
How can Todd light it?
Fine, I'll light it.
What capacity of Todd is to light a fuse? All right, you light the fuse, and there's a couple of seconds of nothing. Then suddenly, a just sort of a blast of color of different, all kinds of colors of sparkles come out of the cannon, as well as some sort of projectile that you don't really see. It slams into the vault door. The cannon itself recoils back like crazy and crashes into the wall in the back. And you all probably instinctively take another step back, and moments later, the vault door sort of just expands and blows up.
Well done.
Yikes. Okay.
We just see
Yeah.
like smoke and rubble when it blows up.
Yep.
Is it like a fiery explosion? Oh, okay.
No, it explodes. So from the inside to the outside.
And that wall needs to be fixed now.
And everybody on the other side in that little break room are very shocked about all of this, and they are like, what happened? As their whole table shook and flew, and some chairs got destroyed and everything. You see them sort of just looking at you from a hole in the wall, just looking like, what?
Well, those engineers made a very powerful key.
We should bring this around with us.
How?
I have a feeling it was single use, but you know, it's fine. All right, let's carefully investigate what's inside.
Inside of the vault, as you kind of dance through the rubble of the middle corpse of the vault door, you find yourself inside of the vault, which is empty, except that there is one on this table. There is one orb kind of thing that is glowing with a light shimmer. It's like it's basically like a perfect crystal ball with a little light inside of it.
What's divine sense picking up?
It only lasts for a few seconds, but as the thing blew up, did I sense anything on the other side?
Still no.
Okay. Who
This
has
look like
detect
some-
magic?
I have identified, but that requires touching.
I don't have detect magic.
I don't have it prepared.
Frid
This looks
knows,
like
but
something. This looks like something that could be used for scrying.
possibly.
I would not touch it.
I
until
do
you
have detect magic prepared, so I will go ahead and cast detect magic if nobody else can. That work?
Yeah. It's magical, I guess. It's conjuration.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pick it up.
No!
Too late. I
Um,
already
No.
said so.
Celery, do not touch it. Celery, no, do not touch it.
You guys are too suspicious. I pick it up.
It's so first of all, it's a two-hand job. It's pretty big,
Yeah,
actually.
sure.
You pick it up, and the moment you touch it, the light sort of brightens inside of it, and the orb is it starts to actually float out of your hands. So do you try to like hold on to it, or?
Bree, why did you
I'll
touch
be like,
it?
it seems safe to touch. Pyros, why don't you do identify now? It seems safe to touch. I didn't die.
No, I'm asking you, are you in the moment the orb is like leaving your hands and floating up? Do you like hold on to it, or do you just let it go?
Did I already touch it at all?
Yes, the moment you touch it, the
Oh,
light
yeah.
glows
I'll
and
let
it
it float
starts floating.
I'll let it
Okay.
float away. Yeah,
All
then I'll
right.
tell Pyros, seems safe to touch.
It
At least I didn't
Flo-
die from it.
it floats up a little bit from your hands, and inside of your mind you hear a voice. Just Re. You hear, "Are you the master?"
Out of character, you always say
Only,
that.
only. Am I the only one that hears it?
Yes.
Well, as far as you know.
We all are. That's my response. We all are.
It says understood.
Who are you?
I am Talvirioth.
Could you only speak to one person at a time? Do you want to speak with all of us?
I do not understand what you mean.
Like everyone in front of you are your master. Could you even see everyone that's in front of you? I'm gonna ask Talvirov.
First of all, are you speaking out loud?
It's telepathic, right? So telepathic.
Okay. So at this point, Ree has just said, it seems safe to identify it, and that's all that everybody else knows.
But we've
So
seen
then-
it kind of float up a little bit.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
it
but
stop
then
floating?
what Ree
Hovering?
said was, it flows just a bit above. And then what Ree said was, it seems safe to touch, and has just been standing there waiting.
I'm going to cast this so that everybody can talk to me, and I'm trying to target this orb as well if it can actually telepathically talk to everyone at the same time.
You are now all telepathically bonded. Who all?
Pyros, Reyna, Mervin, Anar, and Fried, who is presumably with us.
Yeah. So you are now telepathically linked.
But yeah, I guess from that being the last thing that was said out loud, that Fred Pyros would go over and try to start the identify process.
So do you go grab it?
Yeah.
All right.
This
the
person is called Telvirov.
The telepathic link is between us only, but presumably there's some other telepathic link. Like, do we
tried
hear
to
the
target.
thoughts, or?
I tried to target Telvirov, but I have no idea whether it works or not.
Oh, okay. Are we aware of anything telepathically? Like any link beyond just us?
No, I mean, you are not necessarily even aware that you are telepathically linked.
I don't immediately start to hear thoughts and such. That would be boring, right?
You would have seen.
Yeah,
Plus
you are.
the-
But I mean, you are. So you are a willing creature in this situation, I suppose. But you don't exactly necessarily automatically know what the spell is that Regis cast because there was no explanation.
Right, but do I sense, like, I can sense thoughts from us at least? Do I sense anything else?
I mean, you don't automatically sense anything. You need to specifically send messages between you. So you don't sense anything at this moment.
I'm gonna ask Telvirov. Could you now try speaking to your other masters as well? See if Telvirov actually could do it.
It says, I do not understand what you mean.
Do we hear either way of that communication?
No.
Through the telepathic link? We do not. Okay. Not even his thoughts?
No.
I did let you guys know that there is this thing called Telvirov inside it. That I did let you know, but that's the extent of it. Yeah. Okay. If Pyros wants to identify, I guess you could, but I could also just ask what it is if you want me to.
Like I said, I started it, but it's a 10-minute process since it's ritual, so you know.
Well, who are you, Telvirov? Why are you here? And then as he relays to me, I'll relay to everyone else immediately with telepathic one.
It says, I am. I do not understand the question. You are inside of me.
Got it. Telvirov is the sentient being that looks over the tower. So, how long have you been alone and untouched?
I do not have that knowledge.
What knowledge do you have that you can tell to me that is useful?
I do not know what is useful to you.
Tell me everything you know.
Oh boy.
I only know what you ask of me.
Ask it, what kind of being are you?
What kind of being are you, Telvirov? Can I bring you along with me?
I am me.
Okay, great.
What abilities do you have?
I can become what you need.
I feel like Mervin is so much better suited for this. You have better imagination of what kind of engineering things you can need.
Well, we might get more information when the identify is done. But based on it having no answer when asked what kind of being it was, I'm guessing it's not like, a fiend or a celestial or anything trapped in the orb. Like, it seems to be like that is. that is it. Ask him if he was or if it was created by someone.
I'm gonna say
It
we are your
says-
masters, don't you know it? Yeah, ask it anyway.
It says yes.
By whom?
And for what?
Yeah. For what?
I exist for whatever you need.
Okay. And who created you?
My creators.
What did they use you for?
I cannot answer that.
Is there like a privacy agreement? Or do you not remember?
It just repeats, I cannot answer that.
Okay.
What was the last thing that you have done?
I answered your question.
Okay.
What was the last thing you did 10,000 years ago?
There.
Or before our arrival?
It says I cannot answer that.
What can you answer?
Anything you need.
Do you have memory beyond your introduction to us?
I cannot answer that.
Okay, great. Okay.
When Paris touched this for identify, was there any additional link created?
No.
Mm.
No, so it's just the one, just the first contact.
Oh my god, shit, it's connected to me. I don't even want to be connected to it.
Have a friend.
Yeah. I'm
Usually
feeling it was
Frig would
like
be the first to touch. Usually
Yeah.
Frig would be the first to touch.
it probably was like set to factory default, and like now it has one, like it's been activated.
There's a factory of these things.
If I want to pass over the master rights, could I do that? I asked Kelvio.
Yes.
Oh, so if anyone else wants to talk to you, they can. Could you establish telepathic link with Pyros, who is touching you right now, while maintaining the link with you? Anything I want, right? So
Is there only one master at a time?
Right. Yeah. It's good.
I don't know. That's why I'm checking.
No, but you could ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says yes, there's only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
For something that
congratulations, buddy.
claims, for something that claims you can do as many things as I asked for, you really have limited use.
But now you're a wizard with your own magic tower.
Well, maybe. I mean, the thing said that it can do what we need. And that might be as simple as what we need is somebody to change the bed sheets, but it could also be we need a portal into Zixioth's chambers when he's at his weakest point, regenerating magic overnight, or something along those lines.
Could you tell me the calendar day right now? I asked Terry.
I cannot answer that.
So limited. Could you tell me which phase of the moon it is right now?
I cannot answer that.
Could you change the tower into a humanoid form?
While we're in it,
Could
I
you
don't know,
not?
just
Will
ask-
you?
could you
Not
not do
sure.
this,
No.
please?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to?
Yes.
I don't know.
Phrasing. Be very precise.
So yes, no question.
It says no.
Ask him to do like a very simple magical thing, like
Could you turn on the lights of all the lights inside the tower?
Very well. You are surrounded by darkness,
Turn
and
on, not
you
turn off.
hear in the servants' quarters, you hear somebody trip over and fall, and you hear plates breaking, and someone's like, "What happened? We need light. Somebody get a candle."
All right.
Okay.
So we're
Turn it back
learning
on.
several minutes at least.
You're
Can I turn
in
it on?
pitch darkness right now.
Turn it on, Telvirov. Turn it on.
All right. It turns all lights on back.
Ooh,
Could you
ask if it
project
could,
my
like,
voice?
ask if it could like change the color of the walls or something like that.
Sure. What were you thinking, Marian? Like, what kind of wallpaper do you want?
Ooh.
Oh dear.
I
We're
want
now in
something
tower
classy.
decoration mode.
Yeah, I
Could
want,
you turn all of the walls so that it's see-through and it blends in with the outside?
Cool. So cool.
Suddenly we can see into the chamber pots.
No, we can see outside the chamber. Like we see dirt. We see dirt all of a sudden.
Yeah, we just see
See, it says yes.
Oh, okay.
So camouflage
basically-
the tower.
Am I correct to say you can control everything that happens within the tower, but not outside the tower?
I do not understand your question.
Can it light the forge?
Would you like the forge?
It appears to be broken.
Okay. Can it?
Can you tell
Can
us
it,
what's
like-
needed to fix it?
I do not know. I cannot
I
answer
don't want
that question.
anyway. It's fine. Can it summon objects like just as a like a rug as a example, random example?
It says
I
I
have a
cannot.
rock.
I cannot do that.
Okay, so it can create
Mostly
illusion.
transmutation.
Yeah, it can do transmutation
trans-
and maybe some illusion stuff, but it can't. Okay,
Could it make me a sparring partner if I wanted to practice
interesting.
my sword play for a few minutes?
Nope.
Could I grant Anna secretary rights so that Anna could have control over you as well?
Yeah, it's probably better that Anna have control of it. Yeah.
Seems dangerous. Might be able
Are
to-
you
do you trust-
relinquishing your? Are you relinquishing yourself as master?
I guess I have to say no. So- I guess I'll
Then no.
say-
I don't know your relationship with this Enna person, but
You know what? When
Yeah, I
Anne
don't
Loss
know you
gets here,
guys
we'll
that well
give
either.
her control. I trust Anne Loss.
I think we
trust
saw
Anne
Anlos
Loss.
upstairs.
Oh, then let's give Anne Loss control. I trust. Anne
Wait,
Loss.
but Enlos is a flight race.
Flight risk.
No, it's
light
fine.
race.
It's fine.
Enlos is-
Anne Loss is
And
fine.
can this-
I'll
can-
yell up the stairs for Anne Loss to come down here.
Wait, Mervyn, you're not thinking this right. No, I refuse to. If I refuse to, Enlos will never happen.
Well, no,
Alos comes down and
we-
asks, "What's all this noise coming from down here?"
we're not going to stay here all the time, and this seems like a very benign resource to give to someone that's going to be in the tower all the time. So I mean, if you don't trust Enna that much, I understand because we haven't known her for very long. But I've known Anlos for a while, and we've
Let's
been through a lot.
see this.
and-
I'm gonna ask Telvirov, can you show me the first floor where Ethnos is? Where Ethnios is at. I want to see what he's doing.
Oh, do you trust?
The Talverio says, "I cannot do that."
I was hoping that I could see what's happening here while we are away, because maybe I'm still linked to it if we are outside. Then it's useful in that sense, right? We could command the tower while we are outside.
I guess I would guess the Duridium would keep you from doing that, but
I guess you could ask if you're able to maintain this link over distance.
yeah.
Okay, ask that.
It doesn't seem to have
It says no.
knowledge of anything outside of itself.
Oh, it says
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so sure, I'll pass it to Enlos once we leave.
Anlos says, "What? Pass what? What is going on?"
There's a little helper a magic orb that can do like benign transmutation stuff around the tower. We're experimenting with it right now, but when we leave, we're gonna pass control of it over to you.
She says, "Shouldn't Anna do that? Why me?"
put it
Analyst, I don't
bluntly, we
have time for
trust
these
you more.
questions.
We don't always
Uh,
choose the burdens we're given, son.
Okay,
Or-
just
This is a woman. Sorry, ma'am.
actually, Analyst is a changeling.
Oh, okay. Well then, whatever.
Yeah.
Anlos says, okay, well, fine, I guess.
Okay, has identify passed?
Sure.
10 minutes. Do we find out anything that we didn't already know?
Nope. You find out nothing at all to identify.
Oh. Weird.
Nothing at all.
Could we just task Endloss with playing with it more often to find out what else it's capable of? A new task for you, Endloss. This is a new toy. Play with it as much as you can. Screw the life of people here.
Yeah, we trust your judgment. Experiment with it. Do what you want. Yeah. I guess we
Anlos-
relay what we've learned about it.
Yeah, Anlos says, all right. She seems a little disappointed in this.
Why? Why are you disappointed, Endloss?
She says, I'm not disappointed. What do you mean?
It's not here. It's not here.
It's fine. It's fine.
Did you want to
Endloss-
tag along with us, Endloss? Was that what you wanted to do? You wanted to come with us?
Did you not want to stay at the tower?
She says, no, I can stay here for sure, if there's something to do.
Okay. Well, I guess one thing to do is start maybe brainstorming with FNOS on like what is the most powerful container of magic you can create. Because we're like barreling towards fighting this calamity and we don't currently have a means of trapping it.
Anlos says, I don't know if I'd be much use in that.
Yeah, I guess that's
Not
just
really
something
a
for FNOS.
wizard type.
Yeah. What do you think would
Do you
be
happen
helpful,
to-
Emma?
Do you happen to know who Zigzioff is, Endloss? You've been around.
She says, no.
Ooh, Amlos might be really good to deploy as a spy, now that I'm thinking about it.
What do you think would be the best use of your abilities?
She says, well, I'm not quite sure. I guess I can stay here and do research. Anna said that you were planning on having some sort of library in here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did say that, didn't we?
Yeah, you did say that, so Anna's been planning that.
Okay, great. That's great. That's absolutely awesome. Could you?
I feel like we should bring this conversation to like include FNOS.
Yeah.
So that we,
Let's.
yeah.
Yeah. I shout up the stairs for FNOFs to come downstairs.
do we need to have the conversation here?
Well, the orb is here. What if we want
I'm
to
like,
use
tell
it?
Kelvirov, do a voice and ask FNOS to come down. Let's see. Let's see.
Ooh,
if Kelvirov
yes,
can do that.
yes.
It says I cannot do that.
Oh, come
Oh,
on!
so disappointing.
So what can all
It doesn't
seems
have
to
it.
be able
It
to
doesn't
do
have
is
an
turn the lights
intercom
on.
feature.
What does this thing do exactly? It just seems to be a light switch.
Oh my god!
Could you change the format of the flooring here? I'm gonna ask Kelvirov.
Ooh.
I do not understand your request.
Could I make the top two floor combined into a single floor, for example? Like a single floor of very high ceilings.
Yes, I will do that now.
No!
No, don't do it. It's a yes/no question. It's not a do it now question.
We don't know what's on the top floor.
Yeah.
I
the
think
people up there,
I
suddenly
think
the
we-
floor disappears.
I think we
I'm like,
actually
okay, so-
asked for the top
Loud
floor to
bangs.
be either mine or your workspace.
Can you add new floors that didn't exist?
Ooh, that would be.
Yes.
That.
Oh no.
So we can change the floor plan inside. So that's something we
Okay.
can do, I guess.
Would
Alright.
the tower become taller in that situation, or would the floors just become shorter?
It says I do not understand the question.
Is the size of the tower on the inside consistent with the size of the tower on the outside?
It says I don't understand that question.
Never mind.
Can you
I
make
guess that's
10 new floors above existing floors, each with the same dimensions that the preceding floors had?
Yes.
in. Okay. I just
Without
want to give it an
impacting the
order. I want to give it
existing
an
floor
order
plan?
right now. In the
Okay.
future, when we phrase a question as "Can you blank?" we are asking if you have the ability to do it. Do not do something unless we phrase it as an order.
Ethnos is looking around, being like, so what did you need me here for?
We're just doing some general strategizing. And
You know who Zigzioff is, Ethnos?
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't heard that name, no.
That's actually surprising because I thought we heard that name the first time we were in the same city as him.
No, he's from Sarvent,
No.
which is farther
Yeah.
north.
Hmm.
We heard that guy's Zixiath's name in the villages around Kantok.
Okay.
What
So
have you been up to, Ethnos, anyway? I have no idea what
Yeah.
Ethnos is up to.
Yeah, what did we ask him to do?
Ethnos says, well, I just recently arrived here. I've just been helping out with whatever I can.
Okay.
So before recently arriving here, what were you up to? Like during that blank space of being retrenched from the Adventurers Guild, and now what were you doing?
Oh, well, since you got me fired, I've just been, looking for some work. Nothing much.
Okay. Anna, what's the stat? Did we tell you to sell the artwork or just store it?
Anna says, yes. The artwork we have been able to sell off. In addition, Anlos arrived here with some funds and
Oh,
taking expenses out and all of that. We have about 24,000 gold pieces here.
fantastic. And how much is it costing to employ everyone, including yourself?
I'll take care of that. No need to worry about it.
Okay. I'll just assume the 24,000 is after
Could you-
expenses.
Could you look for a scrying focus?
Yes.
We already talked about that last time. As I said, we could look for a cleric to take a position here, but haven't found anyone yet.
Can't we just install a font of holy water?
I believe that's what the cleric would be for, would be to actually create the holy water.
Oh, I suppose. I mean, you can just get a big jug of it.
I don't think that's how it works, but
I mean, in real life, that is how it works, but I don't know about the.
Just go to the holy water store.
do you want to ask Anna to exchange some of the gems for Revivify or Greater Restoration diamonds? Exchange the gems with equal values.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess we could.
Wait,
Yeah.
so this Talvaroth thing is capable of restructuring the entire tower. Is this a place we're worried about fortifying against an attack? This seems like kind of
Oh my
our
God.
place. Should we
If we
redo the
lead,
floor plan to?
if we lead an enemy inside, we can lead them into an infinite maze.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Can they modify the courtyard? Or only the inside of the tower?
I'll ask it. Are you able to modify the courtyard?
It says, I don't understand the question.
Okay.
So yeah, it's completely
so
unaware
just-
of anything outside of these walls.
Yeah. You know what? It's actually good information to have right now. Let's tell it to add a floor on top and then go outside and see if it did, just to test it if it's a TARDIS situation or not. Because that's information that I feel is important.
It might be even easier. Well, I guess there are already people outside. We can ask them if it suddenly grew, because it might be hard to tell.
Add
Yeah.
a 50-foot spire that goes straight up into the sky.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We could also ask if it can add a room below this.
Below we
That
can
won't,
see.
that won't tell us if it affected the.
Oh, and another
exterior.
standing order to make sure that any construction changes will not harm any individuals currently residing inside the tower.
Right.
Or any
immediately
of the
cancel-
existing furnitures.
Yeah, immediately
safety
cancel our
prompt.
order.
Yeah, a safety prompt, if you will. Are you sure?
I'm
Give me
not
that before any changes are made.
I'm not sure
Ina
if I can
says, Ina says, I think this is perhaps not worth your time right now. We can figure out what this thing is, and I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. I just want a list of things for Anlos to do with it. One thing I want to do is to like we said, just establish some basic commands of like turn on safety protocols, turn off safety protocols, that kind of thing. Just to establish what it understands. And like
Like the laws of
and
robotics.
then maybe just like tell her to just like add in shortcuts for the commands.
Just based on
You know.
Ree's conversation with it earlier, I don't think it has any awareness of people inside the tower either.
Oh shoot.
Hmm.
That's something to test. Yeah.
Not it.
Ask it if it can tell how many people are in the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
It says, I don't understand that question.
Then we can't do something such as safety protocol, so we just have to be more careful with it. Okay.
Yeah,
You
just
could ask
make sure
for-
that there aren't actually people on a floor before we try to change it.
Yeah, I know.
But that if there's like a finite amount of construction material that the tower has available to it, it could take from one place, use somewhere else. These are all things that it sounds like need to be discovered through trial and error with appropriate safeties without us
Yeah.
being here. It sounds like the kind
Yeah,
of thing.
okay. So that's something for Anlos. Discover as much as you can about it. Make sure you're careful
Be safe.
because it
Be safe.
doesn't understand. Yeah. All right, fine. Let's pass off control.
As I pass off the control to Anlos, I want to ask Ethnos, why do you have such similar name? I'm gonna ask Ethnos. I'm gonna
They're
ask
both elves.
Ethnos, like, yeah. I'm
They're
gonna ask
not related.
Ethnos, what does he think of teleportation magic, and does he know the teleportation secret spell?
He says, of course I know it. Teleportation magic currently is quite unreliable. I would be very, very, very careful about using any of it, but
How
were you
careful
planning
would you
on...
be if you were actually to cast it?
I would personally not use it right now because I've heard of people dying and getting into very bad situations. It seems like the longer the distance that you are trying to go, the worse it might get. So if I wanted to teleport somewhere, I would try and get as close as possible first.
Okay.
Um,
In the event that all of us suddenly disappeared, you can assume that the teleportation has wiped all of us out.
Yes, that's what I would assume. Did you want? Do you want me to prepare a teleportation circle in here?
and that'll take a year.
No, it wouldn't work because the Deridium will cut it off.
You could always do it
Because
in
it's
the
inside the
courtyard.
tower.
But
Yeah, you could do
Because
it.
the courtyard is in plain sight. There's no point. I rather. It's fine.
Ina has had some plans about some construction out there. We could set
We
up a
did-
little building for a teleportation circle if you wanted.
Oh, wasn't there a plan B to like make a small shrine to
I was
your
thinking
god?
that. Yeah.
That is what you asked Anna to do,
Yes, that
and
is
what
yeah,
the
yes.
holy water is for, and everything.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Anna already told
Yeah.
you that's not yet happening.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's a better plan, I think, than a teleportation circle because that'll take less time to
Yeah.
create a small permanent shrine.
So, a teleportation circle also does not take a year to create.
Oh, what am I thinking of?
well, it's a
Making it
year of having
permanent.
every day to make it permanent.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still there throughout the duration.
Do you happen to have the Speedy Courier spell?
Do I? Evnos. Evnos says, no, unfortunately not. No, I'm not familiar with that one.
I'll pick it up on the next time I have a chance, so that we can send things to each other, like actual objects. Though I guess teleport could send it already, right?
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Alright, was there anything else we wanted to discuss while we were here?
Oh yeah, I wanted to share with FNOS our general plan for the calamity and how we need to get started on planning a trap for it. And we might be able to find one, but I wanted him to get started on brainstorming and researching creating something like that.
He asks, what kind of thing would that be? I don't really know where to even begin with something like that.
Maybe researching an artifact that already exists that we could go retrieve, or maybe making a container out of Deridium or something like that, and then also having a property of it that could like draw in powerful magic, or maybe like time magic is really unstable, but we could try trapping it in a time loop.
Efnos says, this all seems very strange outside of anything I would know of.
Okay.
You're attempting to trap the soul of some sort of unknown creature. That sounds a bit like a phylactery that a lich would have.
Yes. Oh, yes. That
But
is a good.
I don't know how that would be applicable in a hostile sense.
Okay.
I guess there's what is it? A soul jar or something like that? Spirit jar?
Magic jar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you research? Forget about experimenting. Could you research objects like that, phylacteries, soul jar, that kind of stuff?
Certainly, I'll head off to Van Lawson and read about it.
Okay, perfect. Be very low key. What's the word I'm looking for?
Discreet.
Discreet. Yes, thank you.
Discreet about what?
That you're working with us.
Oh, I did not think I would even need to mention it.
Okay,
Is
great,
that not
perfect.
discreet enough if I just
That
Don't
sounds like discretion to me.
mention you?
Yeah, no, that's great. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Where's the specific?
Wait, do we have enemies in this place too? I don't.
We are technically in the Empire right now, and Farnlosson is the capital of the Empire. So if you were to go to
Ah.
Farnlosson, that
Soul
Oh.
Cage is the one I was thinking of. That's what it was.
mm,
But that's for a humanoid.
All right. Well, do we have other business here?
Anna says it's a little bit late. Were you planning on staying here for the night? We have prepared bedrooms on the second floor as you requested.
We may as well.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's next? I think we were planning on
Wait.
teleporting.
I still want to teleport first and then reuse the vine since the vine has multiple charge because I want to regain the spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, should we pass off the gems and take some of the money? Or
We could.
yeah, let's give her some of the gems and yeah, maybe ask her to exchange them for more revivify diamonds. I don't know. 2 seems okay for now. I mean, it took a long time before I needed to use our one emergency one. And I don't think that's necessary. Actually, I have no reason to do that. Okay. All right. Let's do
Leave the 1,500 of gems and grab more gold.
yeah. Well, fine. Let's do that.
Question. What are you grabbing gold for? What are you looking to pay for?
That's fair. We're not gonna actually be passing through any towns. There's no reason to do it. And it
Surely
needs the gold for,
avarice.
yeah, she needs the gold for like construction shit. Yeah,
Okay.
let's leave it with her. That was to fund things. Okay.
I guess we see
Just sort of logical thinking. You have a safe
Yeah.
haven here, and you're going
Yeah.
out on an adventure. You're just thinking of grabbing a lot of money and just for no reason.
Yeah, if we end up in a place where we see something we want to buy, I guess we can always ask them, hey, hold this for us. We have money, but it's somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In fact, should we give her more of our gold? Should we not be
it's
carrying
as safe
that?
in the lamp as well, no? Isn't it safe in the lamp as well?
I mean,
No,
unless
it's
it
in
breaks.
it's not in the lamp currently. We could move it to the lamp. It's in the cart in a chest that I've put an arcane lock on, which isn't a super powerful spell, but it's enough for like standard bandits.
And
Mhm.
the cart has plot convenience, so
Yeah.
Probably wise to diversify things anyway. Don't want to put it all in one place, no matter where it is.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fair. Okay.
Does Ethnos? I'm gonna ask Ethnos. Do you think you can create Arcanium?
Ooh.
Efnos says, I'm no alchemist, so probably not. I think you need special equipment for that, and probably somebody a bit more familiar with alchemy. Do you know of anyone?
Not sure if
do
he'd
know
necessarily be
some.
interested in it, but there is Heimlich who, or
Yeah.
No, he's dodgy. Why would you want to
Yeah. Well, I
work
mean,
with someone that's dodgy?
I have a feeling that he's not going to want to abandon his drug empire to come along with us.
I have an idea. Ethnos, do you know the simulacrum spell?
We could ask Hamlet to refer someone.
Wait. Let's wait for
We
this
might know
question.
another.
Does Ethnos
Okay,
know
yeah,
the
that's fair.
simulacrum spell?
Evnos says, no.
Disappointing. If I know the simulacrum spell because he can teach it to me, then I could leave Ree over here, and then Ree could be creating it all the time. Because I can be at 2 places at the same time.
Wow.
Ugh. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Wizards.
Yeah. Do we want to? I mean, I have a feeling the equipment's really expensive, but we can try. Do we want to do that? Do we want to invest in the equipment to create Arcanium and try and find an alchemist?
Or a market to sell it. Could be a profitable venture.
Anna says it probably wouldn't be all that much more expensive than the alchemy lab you already asked me to look into getting. So
Okay. Then let's look into the specialty equipment to add to the alchemy lab that we have plans for, and then let's if we can use
Anna says, do you need me to remind you of all the things you asked me to do?
Yes, please, would you, Anna, actually?
Could I just put it into card Anna's task? I'm gonna write Anna's task on the card. Okay.
Well, our new friend here obviously doesn't know the things we asked of you.
That's right. From my sake, could you please?
Yeah.
I'd love to know what ongoing projects so that I might
definitely not because we're incompetent.
No.
Guys here.
Never crossed my mind.
So you've asked Anna for bedrooms. You've asked for kitchen and dining area, reception area, bar area. You've requested that Mervin's workshop be down here in the basement. You have requested that Celery gets an alchemical lab. You have requested library, a training area, the cleric thing, temple, random little shrine in here. And
outside. Cleric shrine is outside courtyard.
And you mentioned all kinds of other things as well, but that's about it.
Sounds like it'll be a well-appointed fortress when we're done. Defenses would be the only thing that crosses my mind with what to add. Yeah. And it sounds like our new friend, what was his name? Talviroth?
I wonder if Talviroth can add some sort of like scouting, like what's the like submarine thing called?
Periscope.
He could add maybe like a periscope to the top of the tower.
Why?
Periscope.
Well, it's fortified by Iridium, so we can't have like a normal like balcony because like there's no windows or anything. But like we could.
There are windows.
Oh, because we just made it.
There can be windows.
Oh, he can add windows.
Yes, so I don't know why you want a periscope when you can just have windows that you can look out of.
No, I don't want windows. We shouldn't have windows.
No windows.
If we have windows, if people can teleport in.
Well, will windows, are they magical windows or are they real windows?
We'd probably have to test.
Yes, we'd have to test it. Yeah.
All right. Add that.
I'm only going to have windows if it blocks teleportation magic in. Yeah, but because if you can teleport in with windows, then I'd rather not have windows. I want a one-way window.
Of course.
A one-way window.
if a window compromises the Iridium like magic blocking, then obviously don't have them.
Do you want to converse with any of the workers around here or anything?
I certainly will. I'd like.
Is there anything you want to do?
I'd like
around the tower. Otherwise,
if we're kind of hanging out around the tower for a bit, I will absolutely take the time to kind of get to know the workers, just kind of ask about their troubles, if they have any concerns, anything that they'd like to see improved about the tower, or any concerns they have about potential flaws or weaknesses or shortcomings or anything like that. That's just kind of small talk as we're doing business around the tower.
I mean, nobody really seems to have much to say. They are just working on what Anna tells them to work on.
Okay. They seem generally
Yeah.
content,
Yep, happy
paid
getting
well,
paid.
taken care of. All right.
Guess we can check out and see how much work has been done on the other floors too.
Nothing. Oh, not nothing, but a little, very little. So basically, the basement and the first floor and the second floor. First floor being the ground floor.
So we decided on not resting before we leave. Is that
I
right?
believe that is how Ryu was wanting to go along, so that they could regain the spell slot for the teleportation.
Yeah.
So you're not
You
gonna
guys can
use
stay
you're not gonna use your new bedrooms in here.
No,
No,
you
it's
guys can
fine.
stay here. I will teleport and then I'll come back because the bike has 3 charges.
What?
I guess that works. Maybe.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my god, you could actually do that. No, but we won't know if something went wrong.
Right. You end up in the Underdark alone.
Yeah.
And
Don't do that.
could do teleportation circle, right? And then I'll wait for you guys at Cantop. I'll rest there, and then the next day I'll come back.
No. We teleport all together. We don't at all. Let's not do that.
If you get attacked immediately upon teleporting wherever you are, you're kind of screwed.
It's
Hillary-
arguably easier for me to travel around compared to carrying all of
Actually,
you around.
Ree specifically is very good at running away. I remember you single-handedly got us out of the trap with the gold dragon. That was impressive.
Well, I wouldn't mind a long rest if we want to. Those beds look awfully comfy.
Fine. Why not?
But only if that's, again, if we have other agendas.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I have a question about Reynar's armor.
Sure.
Is it magical as is?
It is.
Yes. Yeah.
It is. Okay, great. Okay, so I can't give you a +2 to defense then.
No.
It has. I'm almost positive it has to be I can't enchant something that's already magical. I think that's a general rule.
Are you all up with your infusions, Mervyn? Or do you have spare infusions?
Well, I'll have one spare one. If Pyros doesn't want the enhanced defense and Reynard can't take it, then I have a empty one. Yeah.
Could you do a second amulet of health?
Bummer.
I'm thinking of a second amulet of health so that all of our HP goes above 100. Because if we're meeting a leech, I'm afraid of power would kill.
Yeah, actually, I
Are you talking about an enhanced defense infusion? I'm just looking at it right now.
Yes, it is.
That doesn't say anything about it being magic, does it?
You have to touch a non-magical.
Oh no, it is a non-magical. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I think in general, all of my infusions have to go on something non-magical.
Yeah, you're right.
So Mervyn, I would suggest that you attune to amulet of health as well as we go into this dungeon, because power word Q basically dictates if you have less than 100 HP, you die.
Okay, fine. Then we need. Then I will take another one of our small gems, not worth much, and I will make another ugly ass necklace
on the next long rest. I'm just reminding you.
Yeah. I know I can't enchant it until the beginning of the next long rest. But I will make an amulet of health for you. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So then our current plan is, once we're satisfied with our teleportation resources, we're going to, I'm sorry, I don't remember the overworld map names, but we're going to move ourselves closer to Zixioth's area and begin that journey southward into the mountains from there.
Yeah, to be fair, we're probably going to end up having to spend a night camping as well once we actually get up there, because we're not going to be teleporting close enough for it to be a day's walk, if we even knew exactly where it was. We need to figure that out too.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
We can come back to the tower to sleep. I don't understand why you guys don't want to come back to the tower and sleep. Just go out, teleport, and come back in.
You guys had some reservations about leaving portals places. How long do they last?
Until we close it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At least we know that they last at least 8 hours, because we have slept and been able to go back through.
There's just a bunch of inn rooms scattered all over the kingdoms with portals in behind locked doors?
Well, it only seems to last, until we walk back through it. But
Oh, okay.
But Pyros, now that you have your tome back, do you still have like the aspects of the moon or something?
that's not one of the things I had.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, we could have stayed up, like staggered, watching the vine.
All right. Well, if we're going to get going, a long rest would let me change out spells and summon a steed, which could be useful if we're going to be traversing the mountains. Having a flying scout would help.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so in any case, I'm going to exit and teleport. Are we ready to teleport?
I'm ready.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we exit through the vine, close the portal, and then hold hands in a 10-feet diameter, and let's see if we get a TPK here or we teleport successfully.
At the beginning of the day, actually, I do want to change out the spell storing thing since Pyros has all his spells back.
Okay,
I
but you're
think what I'll-
Not
teleporting
there
right
yet, though.
now.
Oh, but I
You're not there
meant
yet.
like at the end of the long rest.
Yes.
We haven't rested yet.
When you start your
Let's see
long
what
rest,
teleporting can
you're
do.
now out teleporting, so
Fine.
let's talk
Yeah,
about
we
that
I'll do
later.
that.
We haven't
I'll
done
do
it
that
yet.
later. Okay, fine. Oh, sorry. I was confused on the order of things. Sorry.
Yeah, you have now exited the portal, you've
Yeah.
closed the portal, and you are now looking to teleport somewhere. Where?
Okay, last chance, guys. Dungeon or can talk?
Dungeon.
Okay, dungeon it is.
All right.
I don't know enough to help, so I'm just going to go along with it.
Around the spider statue, I guess.
Yep.
So, are we teleporting into potential danger?
Vaguely.
No, I.
Well,
It
then
should be emptied
I'll
out
be battle
already.
ready, and sword
Yeah.
drawn, standing in front, ready to go. Alert.
Namely, there could be dwarven ghosts.
Yeah, there could be some ghosts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm not worried about the ghosts with our paladin.
All right. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, so starting. So you you cast the spell. Now Reynard and Frid, I suppose, and Pyros. Yes, Pyros as well. You find yourselves in complete darkness.
Dark vision. Right?
I
Yeah.
am human.
I have dark vision. Yes.
Oh,
I don't.
okay. You don't find yourself in complete darkness.
Remember, it's the funny kind where it's tinted red instead of tinted gray.
Yeah. The rest of you, you find yourselves in dark vision. And overall, you immediately notice that the air is very heavy, and there's a strange there's a strange odor in the air, a little bit sulfuric, and you appear to be in some sort of natural looking cave, and you don't know what it is, and you take 13 points of damage.
Damn it.
All right then.
Contingency is still doing teleportation circle and going to Cantalk. It just means in all of our options, we ended up still having to go to Cantalk.
Does this cave look familiar? Like it's not the same cave as we were. Damn it. Okay.
I would tell you if you knew where you were.
Okay.
You
Does
are-
it smell?
You currently do not know where you are.
Does it smell like the Underdark?
You said sulfur smell.
I'll go ahead and pop Divine Sense.
Oh,
You don't sense anything, but you also still cannot see anything.
Right. Okay.
Just gonna pop up a produce flame since that does like the torch light.
Frid casts light.
That works too.
So Cantalk it is. Seems like we don't have a choice now. We have to use the sigil and go into Cantalk. That's the closest.
Well, as far as you were aware, since you had an item from the area, you thought that this was guaranteed as well, yes?
Yes. So this is probably the effects of the arcane wave. It's nothing to do with the spell itself because the spell
Yeah.
went right. Yeah.
It's issues with
So as the light goes up, what do we see in our immediate surroundings?
A cave, stone walls, rocks.
What if we go to
Like,
What if
is
we
it
go to
natural?
Jost instead?
Can one person speak at one time, please?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
David, go ahead. Yeah, you were asking.
Is it a natural cave?
Yeah. As far as you can tell right away, it looks to be natural.
Right. Are we like
You're not.
in an isolated chamber, or are there passages leading away?
Yeah,
from where we are?
there's ways out as well. Seems to be a tunnel going one way or another way.
I'm really not liking the sulfur smell. I don't like that implication. What if we teleported to Jost? And then
Why Joes and not Cantalk?
Well, I'm thinking about like what's going to happen if the same thing triggers where we just go to a similar location, and going to Jost, a similar location would be pretty much other places in the Confederacy. And
That's
Really?
not.
No?
That's not
not
what a
true.
similar location means.
yeah.
Okay,
It would
fine.
just be basically like
It's
any
not a-
city.
Yeah, it's not a political, political borders.
I just meant, I guess I meant visually it would be, desert.
Uh-huh.
Or-
And you think that's the only desert in the world?
I guess, sure, fine.
Mm.
Do we want to try and just see if we can exit the cave and find out where we are before we use more teleportation magic?
Sounds good.
Fine.
So, you said the air is heavy, so there's no real air movement.
Yeah.
Is there any other sign, any kind of like plant growth, fungus growth, anything like that indicate, I don't know, where water might be, where airflow might be, anything to orient us?
You can try a survival check.
Okay. There we go.
I'll use Flash of Genius to get that up over 20. This seemed really important.
There's not a lot of like life around here that you can see immediately. You basically you went from having a 50-50 on which tunnel to go through to a like 60-40. So you have an educated guess of which tunnel might lead outside or to some sort of like water or something.
Okay. Well, I communicate that to the party, and absent better information or any kind of divination or anything, I think if the plan is not to teleport away right away, let's head this way and travel for a while and see what's around us.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Okay.
good idea.
I have strong belief that this is the lair of Zigzag. You're right in it.
I don't think so.
Nothing undead, at least within 60 feet.
I'm
know,
afraid
nothing
these are the
immediately threatening.
mines that the dungeon connected to, that the dwarven city connected to, that was warded off with caution tape and such.
That's also possible.
That's what I'm guessing.
As you walk a bit through the tunnels here, you don't hear anything or anything, like you don't sense any imminent danger, but soon enough you do come to something that looks like it might either confirm Mervin's guess or then be somewhere close by, because you do find some evidence that the cavern you're in is being, or has been at some point at least, mined. You find like some mining equipment, but
Okay.
so far it does still look quite natural.
Yeah. Does the
Mining
mining
equipment
equipment
is
look
good.
dwarven?
I mean, everybody's mining equipment looks dwarven. I mean, yeah, dwarven mining equipment is kind of the default. So it doesn't look too like you can't draw too many conclusions out of it, but it could be dwarves.
So is this like an abandoned mining tunnel, or does this look like it's
Yes.
an active mining site, like being worked on?
No,
now?
Well, you don't see anyone actively working, so.
Well, right, but
Yeah.
but if the mining equipment is, like, I don't know,
Does it look old?
is it covered with dust and cobwebs and et cetera, or does it look like it was used recently?
Sure, it does not look like it's been used recently, no.
Okay, let's continue on and see if we can find the exit.
Mm-hmm.
Does
As
anyone
we're
have
walking,
anything that like would help us magically find the exit?
I don't think we need to magic. It's a mine. People come in and out of mines.
That's
There
fair.
will be, there, at least there should be, if it's a place where
So-
people work. It's not going to be like a labyrinth.
I don't know if he has it, but there is a bard spell that would be helpful here, called Find the Path.
It's not at that level
What
yet.
does that do?
Yeah.
Never once has he
It's not
used
there.
it, but he might have that.
But Find the
Frid-
Path is a 6th level spell. He's not there yet.
yeah, Frid does not
yeah.
have it.
He's multi-class.
I would like to cast Aura of Vitality in any case, and then recover a little bit of that 13 health that everybody took. So I'll put 2 Aura of Vitality on everyone. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes. Oh, so it's 12 HP to everyone, including Frid.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we only took 1 point of hit point.
And we haven't actually slept yet.
No. So there's no
Uh,
signs of any kind of like violence or anything like that. This is just an abandoned mine shaft, as far as we can tell. No threats.
Yeah, so far, yeah. As you keep going, you find more and more evidence of somebody having been here at some point, but it all seems just as abandoned as before. You come across some crossroads in the tunnels, but a lot of the time you notice that they have been caved in.
Oh. Like deliberate cave-ins, like demolitions, or like natural, like overtime cave-ins?
I don't know how you would tell.
How would we tell?
Jim, when we were in the dungeon before, was the entrance to the mines caved in?
Which
Or
dungeon?
Yes.
were-
The Dwarven City?
the Dwarven City.
There was a big
Yeah.
gate. Wasn't
It was
there?
caved in. Okay.
Yeah, there was
So
a big
as far
gate,
as-
and it was caved in as well.
So as far as
Okay,
how
can
to
we-
tell the difference between natural versus demolition, I think, natural
Parsnip
might look
to-
like like the tunnel was just kind of eroded away. There's whereas a controlled demolition would look like the shaft, like a particular place had been like you go to a crossroads and then instead of turning right, it's like it's been it's kind of more cleanly done, is my only thought. Where you can't tell.
Yeah, I mean, I would also, I would think that maybe like, because in addition to like natural erosion, there's also a possibility of like earthquakes and such. So that could maybe give you a false signal of it. But I would say it's your educated guess would be that it's been caved in on purpose.
On purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
Ree, can we send Parsnip scouting in
Sure. I was
many
thinking of
directions?
that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
How far can Parsnip go away from you?
As far as 100 to continue communicating, unless I put up teleportic one. I could do that visually. So let's, if you want to take like 10 minutes to do telepathic
Yeah.
one, then I could. Okay, then let's do that.
Yeah.
Because I need the last spell slot for teleportation circle.
That's emergency, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'll send Parsnip through. For each time that it ends in turns in object, it takes damage. It has. You know what? I'll take another 10 minutes to resummon Parsnip so that it has like its full temporary hit points again. So it has 57 hit points. So that's 20 minutes of sitting here.
You also theoretically could just send him straight up.
Is it so it's got a speed of 30, right? So 15
Yes.
difficult terrain.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
I guess it could dash, so it's still 30 nonetheless. And this is how much damage it takes.
Oh.
So it takes 1d10. So it probably would be able to dash six rounds, which means if it's 180, it probably can reach the other end.
Can I make it faster? Can I do anything? No, I don't think I have anything prepared to make it faster. Oh, I could cast fly on it, and then it would have a fly speed of 60.
Oh, that's useful. Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Is that useful? It's the same, right? But
I mean, it'll be able to cover more distance before dying.
you cast haste on it.
Yeah, I mean,
you
I
can
don't have
double
haste.
dash.
I don't have
You can
haste
double
prepared,
dash.
unfortunately.
I do.
That would be. Oh, should we double up on parsnip?
Yeah, Radar still has haste.
Oh, okay. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell slot to cast fly on parsnip to give it a speed of 60, and that'll last 10 minutes with my concentration.
So right
Haste
now
is only-
it can reach 1 minute.
Yeah, haste is only 1 minute, but that's still quite a bit of distance, I would expect.
Yeah, so that will be 60
It would basically counteract
times,
the difficult terrain, so it would be at 60
Yeah.
feet per round.
and then you can double dash in the same turn.
Mhm.
So it will be 120 times 10. It could move to 1,200 feet.
Let's actually figure this out in miles per hour. Wait, how fast? So it's
total
flying
move. Total,
Can you
Thousands
total
see
feet a
through
minute?
parsnip's eyes? Can you see through parsnip's eyes while we do this?
Up to the first
Parsnip
100
doesn't
feet.
have dark vision.
Oh.
Parsnip doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, that's
Fred
okay.
need to cast light on it.
oh yeah,
That's
Fred
fun.
needs to cast light on it.
Well, light would be on
How
an
far can
object,
light
I think.
No, you can cast it on a creature. You just need to make a dexterity save, which I guess you can.
How far can it go away from Fred?
It lasts forever. I think for an hour it lasts, if I'm not wrong. Light spell.
But no, it has to be an object. It cannot be a creature. No.
Pretty sure it can
So-
be a creature.
Secondary
No,
thought
it has to
here-
be an object. What you're thinking of is casting it on an object that a creature is carrying, a hostile creature is carrying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could ask
what's
it to
terrible
bite
is
on
that-
a
Put a
roll.
necklace on it.
The thing that I wanted to do with spell storing item was dark vision. I wanted to do that on the forgery kit.
It's fine.
That's what I wanted
It's
to do.
fine.
I mean, if we really
Although-
want to do this,
Should we just have
We
it go
could
straight
polymorph
up
it.
to
Definitely.
polymorph.
Find out how far down we are. Yeah. That would be the
Yeah.
first thing to do. And then map the
Yeah, I
tunnels
think
on
that-
the way down if it can. If there's any kind of
Yeah.
like if it emerges through the floor, so to speak, right, and sees like obvious entrances to the mine shaft, it could actually work backwards and solve the maze from behind, that sort of thing.
Yeah, let's.
So-
You know what? Maybe let's have him go straight up as fast as he can.
Wait. Straight up doesn't make sense because in the mines we were inside the mountains. So in the mountains it will be even higher.
We don't know
Potentially.
where exactly we are, and he can go really far.
do I
Very
have a-
fast.
Mountains are definitely taller than 1,200 feet, right?
Yes.
Depends
Yes.
on the map.
Right.
But
I
anyways,
feel a horizontal would be a better choice. than a
Fine,
vertical.
fine. Have him
if
go
we
straight
want to
You think
up.
just-
give,
Go ahead.
Go in the shaft then, like trace the actual mine shaft, but do it really, really fast with a fly speed. Or we could just keep going. I mean,
No,
to
let's
build this, Rube Goldberg machine to scout the mine
No,
shaft.
no.
when there's
I want to
immediate
scout.
threat.
I want to scout. We've done this already. Let's have him scout. Let's have him go forward. The original plan of have him go through, like
I mean,
forward.
the dark
Yes,
vision
you've
spell is
already-
concentration.
Okay.
You have already summoned Parsnip, cast haste and fly on it, and it's ready to go. It won't have vision because you don't have it, but it can go through the wall if you want, or the collapsed section
Wait,
if you want.
Fred can cast polymorph on it, right? Into something that has vision.
Can it still?
It
But
just
then it
has
won't
to
be
be a
able to go
quarter.
through walls.
Oh, you're right.
But
Hmm.
here, dark vision. It's not
You're using it
concentration.
for dark vision.
It's 8 hours. Just-
Yeah, just do
You got
it.
it.
Just, it's more. Yeah, no, this is
Sure.
important.
We're off.
Sure.
Wow, this is the
Sure.
craziest. Yeah.
That's where you use
do it.
limited wish.
Yes.
just to get let's get through this.
Okay.
Go, Parsnip,
Um,
go!
Okay, so Parsnip goes through about 30 feet of collapsed tunnel and emerges on the other side.
Oh, it's only 30 feet. He didn't even take any
He would have been able to
damage.
see though.
He didn't even
Blow
take any
that.
damage.
Hey, let
Okay,
Pete
cool.
finish.
And
Is there more tunnel?
yes, there's more tunnel.
Keep going, Parsnip.
Keep going.
It keeps going for a while. The tunnel seems to... It appears to be natural-like as well. And it doesn't seem to be too promising about leading anywhere. You don't see any mining equipment either on this side. The tunnel just keeps going and going.
Okay, send him back and go in a different cardinal direction.
Let's try that at some point before haste wears out.
And when it's open air with the tunnels, he can go really fast.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if you wanted to do it before haste runs out, then you would not find out much about that tunnel at all. Haste is just 1 minute. So if you want, like, run there for 10 seconds and then run back, so you have some haste left, then that's not really going to tell you much.
I mean, it can go 240 feet per 6
Wow.
seconds without the when it's not traveling through something. That's really far.
Especially underground.
That's
Yeah, plus-
so fucking fast.
Celery only has shared
that-
vision with it for the first 100 feet. So
Oh, that's
No, we have
fair.
telepathic
Yeah,
one now, so you can talk to us.
But that's really still, like, in 1 minute in a tunnel, you're still not going to be getting very far. I'm just saying, if you're trying to aim to get back, so that you still have haste left, as you said,
Okay,
then
No,
that
no,
really
it's fine.
doesn't.
After,
that's fine.
after
forget
So in
Yeah.
a minute, you can do about a half mile. Just by math.
half
Yeah.
mile. It's still not over. Oh my god, this is a really huge cave, guys.
Could be.
All right, so have him come back without haste and go in a different cardinal direction. It will be a little slower, but it's fine.
By different cardinal direction, you mean just straight through the cave wall?
Following a different. There's different paths.
Oh
like
yeah, I guess
tunnels,
following a different
right?
path.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
like
that makes more sense.
That's better.
Yeah.
My original idea was to just go.
Just go until you hit
Direction.
diamonds or lava.
So you're just standing there at this collapsed tunnel and just sending Parsnip out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
So, okay, so let me paint the picture. You are currently at this sort of T intersection in the tunnel, where one of the three tunnel places is collapsed. Another one is the one where you came from, and now you're sending Parsnip off to the third one.
Yes.
I guess in
Okay.
that case we can follow behind him in that one because that's not blocked off.
Mm-hmm. Seems logical.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, is that if you find
Yeah.
a reason to go there, you're going to have to go there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We walk slowly while Parsnip zooms ahead at lightning speed.
I mean, it's just 30 feet ahead, or 30 feet fast. It's just twice as fast as us. That's it.
Right, but we're not sprinting and Parsnip is flying.
Parsnip is going 30 miles per hour.
60 now.
Well, 60 feet per
60.
round.
Oh yeah.
120 because he's dashing, isn't he? How long? Can
All
he dash?
right.
Oh, when he's no longer hasted, he's going 15 miles per hour, but
That's still really fast.
and about 30 miles an hour, which is
It's a
Olympic
mini
sprint
car.
speed.
anyways, Parsnip communicates back that there's more evidence of mining activity, I suppose.
Perfect. I mean, since we
Let's
only
see which
have 10
one,
minutes
yeah.
of fly, you should have Parsnip go as far as he can,
Mhm.
in
Cool.
case there's more blockages for him to look through.
Cool.
There are.
Is it all just abandoned mining operations, or are we starting to encounter tunnels that appear to be active?
No, I'll tell you if you find something that's active. So far, you are in a dead, abandoned tunnel with nothing else. So, do you send
Yeah.
Parsnip out to scout these closed-off areas?
Yeah.
How
I'm not
far?
sure.
While
Is
fly
that
is
really
still
gonna
exist.
help? Is that going to help us that much? I mean, we're trying to find a way out. I don't think we care necessarily what they wanted to seal off.
I suppose it
No,
depends
no,
on
no.
if the way
Well,
out is sealed.
Right. We are where they wanted to seal. Like, they were on the other side and they blew it up so that nothing inside these tunnels could get into their civilization.
If we are where we think we are.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So we want to go through the sealed off areas. There's at least one sealed off area, that wall that we want to get through, but we want to make sure that we're going the right place. So I'm not going to let Todd chip away somewhere that's not worth it.
Yeah, so just as Kate the very astutely noted, there's one place, assuming you are where you are, there's one place you want to get through, and you already know what's on the other side of that place. So that's why I'm kind of asking if you want to like send Parsnip through these cave-ins and
Yeah.
just keep going for a long while through a tunnel. Because
Well,
that's
if there
not
was
what you're
earth-
expecting to be on the other side of such a
Well, if what
cave-in.
you said is correct about like earthquakes and natural erosion and stuff, there could be, sealed off pathways that do take us where we want to go. So I
Sure.
think it's
Right.
worth
He'd
investigating.
said that they appear to be intentional demolitions.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
Yeah.
each one that
So what
looks
I'm-
like an intentional.
Yeah, whatever.
What I'm saying is, I mean, again, like do whatever you want, but like what I'm saying is, if your goal, if you're thinking right now, I assume that you are in the mines of the Dwarven city. So
Yes.
between you and where you want to be is a caved-in gate that leads from the city to the mines. So what you know is that you need to get through at least one cave-in, and you know what's on the other side of that cave-in. So if Parsnip goes through a cave-in and there isn't a Dwarven city on the other side, then you know that that is not the cave-in you want to go through.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Then Parsnip, I guess you should tell Parsnip to, check a cave in and then hop back out and then keep going through the open pathways.
I thought that was what you implied already.
Right.
I implied that he would keep going.
Oh.
Zoom was what was implied.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, you send Parsnip out, mapping the way ahead of you, and as you're following along, you find these scattered like remnants of some sort of mining operation, but it still doesn't seem to be very large scale, and the tunnels you are in seem to be more naturally produced. The odor of sulfur in the air is still strong. It doesn't seem to have changed in terms of your position to becoming stronger or weaker.
How does sulfur react to like ignition of flame?
On its own, I don't think it really does.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't. It's not
I don't know,
sulfur
I'm not-
gas that we're smelling. It's not sulfur gas that we're smelling. It's the sulfur rock.
Okay.
So it's probably, but sulfur gas I think is flammable. But we're not. There's not going to be enough of it in the air for us to have a
That's
problem.
literally a burning man walking alongside us.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's curious because sulfur could mean a few things. One of which would have some similarities to what we found in the Dwarven City,
Yeah,
being the demon,
yeah.
or it could mean that we're near a volcano.
Yeah.
Or somebody's sprinkled some sulfur around.
Yeah, the
Fun.
entire cave.
Or there was an Easter egg hunt in this
Yeah.
mine. and the
True,
eggs
true.
were-
I suspect leprechauns are around us.
All right.
So we're.
Well, I think we're
this
continuing
way
along the
onwards.
main path.
Yeah.
Until the next cave in. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man-made cave in.
Parsnip reports back to you that there is something up ahead. Someone.
What is this something?
Oh, someone. Oh no.
Do not engage. Do not engage. Stay
Right.
hidden. Wait for us to come up.
No weapons at the ready.
So is Parsnip gonna wait in stealth?
Actually, not wait. Actually, pull back. Don't even hide. Just pull back quietly.
Let's extinguish the light and have someone with dark vision check what it is.
Well, I mean, Parsnip currently has dark vision.
You could Parsnip not just describe it?
Yeah.
Could just be a
It
minor,
is intelligent, but not that intelligent. So how does Parsnip with an intelligence of 7 describe what he sees?
Parsnip says that it is.
7? Why is Parsnip smarter than Todd?
Don't ask me why.
Parsnip is a mascot of the little math school.
How would Parsnip describe? I guess it would tell you that it sees a gray. It says it sees a gray small humanoid.
Oh, it might just be a statue.
Is it alive?
Gray, small humanoid. Does that sound anything similar to what you guys face in the Underdark?
It's gray. Oh, I
Small?
guess it could be one of the Underdark gnomes or dwarves. Forget the name of their species.
It could also be
A
that
statue.
Parsnip has dark vision.
Oh,
That's
right.
true.
That is true. Okay. All right. I still think someone with dark vision should be ahead of the group, so as not to alert the potential
Well,
hostile.
I don't have dark vision, but I will stand right behind them, whomever we choose. But I don't. I mean, I think we just approach. It's just one
Kairos
person.
is a light. So it's Celery or me.
Fucking lights. I'll go ahead because because Parsnip is still in front of us, right? Which means once I reach that 100 feet mark from Parsnip,
yeah.
I can look through Celery. I can look through Parsnip.
That's
Then
perfect.
observe.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of one of
At
those
that
funny
point-
quirks of D&D that the creatures that are literally on fire all the time don't actually mechanically put out any light.
It's magic.
So I guess Parsnip is dark vision is what, 60 feet? Is that what the spell work? Dark vision?
I believe so. I had it pulled up here. Yep, 60 feet.
Okay, so Parsnip is 60 feet from said individual, and I'm 100 feet from Parsnip, and that's when we observe.
Hmm. You see a creature that is facing away from you. Seems to be sitting down. It appears to be small. The only really distinguishing feature of it is that it seems to have a hat that is very pointy.
So is it that's sitting down?
That's weird.
Have we found anything that is of similar description before? I don't think so, right?
Halflings.
It's just a humanoid, right?
I don't know, like maybe it's some sort of fake creatures that wears hat. That's what I thought.
Oh, there was that. I'm not sure you were with us for that.
Okay.
For what?
There's a
The
lot of us.
the weird little thing in Wolternsch's tower. The riddle guy.
You're the only one here who has been
Yeah.
here at that
You
that
asked
time.
me what I was talking about, and I said, and I told you what I was talking about, but I don't think anyone else remembers that guy.
I feel like we should just approach anyway. Maybe this person can give us direction, and hopefully he's not hostile. And we have a very persuasive person with us, with a minimum
Alright.
of something, like 20 something, to convince that we are not hostile.
All right, okay, approach cautiously.
You approach the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't react to you as you get
Okay.
closer.
Could we try to gently make it known of our presence,
Like say hello.
Yeah.
preferably with Fried speaking, if we can have that.
Somebody else can speak.
Okay.
Kairos,
That one
you're
of his
charming.
charisma. Yeah, one of this
I'm
charisma.
charming. I'm paladin. I'll call out.
Yeah.
Oh there.
The little creature looks back towards you, and you see that they are indeed. They look like a small gnome with a long beard and a long pointy hat. And I guess you would be in range of light here as well, so you would be able to see that they are wearing a simple sort of tunic, blue tunic, and this red pointy hat is bright red. And both Fried and Mervyn do recognize this creature.
Is it the creature from Wolternsch's tower?
Yep, and it looks at you and turns around,
Hey.
still sitting, and says, "Oh, hello there."
Oh, hi. What are you doing here? It's cool, guys. It's just a little weird trickster creature.
You know this thing?
Yeah, sort of.
This one specifically, or
Person.
just a thing like it?
This one Actually, that's a great question. Hi. Do you remember me?
The creature says, yes, I am no trickster, though. Why would you call me that? Do you not
Did you ask us-
remember my name?
Hang on.
Buddy, I barely remember my own name.
Hang on. I might have you in here. No, I do not have you.
It's
So
the creature says, that is not very polite of you, Mervyn.
I'm so sorry. Oh wow, that's embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Frankly, it's a miracle that I remembered your face. I mean, that is just so out of character for me.
Now you're just plain rude, Mervyn.
I'm sorry. Well, it's a miracle that me, Kate, remembered that this creature existed, and from the small description of pointy hat, was able to recall that.
I mean, it's been over a year at this point, right?
Yeah. Well, not for Mervyn.
For Mervyn as well.
Didn't you ask us riddles or something like that? I didn't mean to say trickster in a malicious way. I meant in a delightful way.
It says, "Oh, you want to do riddles? All right,
No,
sit down, please."
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
It says, "The game is on. Please sit down."
No. Oh shoot! Oh damn it! Okay.
Where are we?
Sit down, I
Where
guess.
are we, Miss? What's your name?
Would you mind
Can I
answering a
just
few
ask-
questions of ours first before we answer yours?
They say, "No, we are playing with riddles now. I ask you one, and you ask me one, and we shall see who. See, we shall have some fun."
I don't know that we really have time for fun, sir. Or we're just trying to
Can we
find
just
our way
get
to
to know each? Can we just get to know each other's name first before we start this game? My name is Ree. This is Pyros and Raynor, and you are, because we haven't met.
The creature looks at you, telling saying all the names, and says, "That is fun. All right, so listen up."
Great. Okay.
You are rude. That's what you are.
The creature looks at you. It was about to start saying something, but it looks at you and kind of squints and says, I like the previous ones better. And
That's the
then
point. Rude.
then it says, in my left hand I never hold it, in my right I can. What is it?
Sorry, your voice glitched there. Could you repeat that for me?
In my left hand I never hold it, in my right I can. What is it?
Are you referring to hands? Like when you say left hand and right hand? Is that what you're talking about? Or just left and right?
Is it your left elbow?
That's a good guess.
It says, no.
It's technically correct.
The creature looks at Mervyn for a moment and winks their eye and says, "No, it's not."
Depends on your anatomy,
Fine.
I guess.
Fine. Just by the way, buddy, you're not gonna like my riddle. Big warning.
What's the question again? Did he just say left and right and no hands involved, or did he say left hand and right hand?
He said left hand and right hand, yeah.
No, he said
Oh.
in my left
said-
hand, I never hold it. In my right, I can.
Hmm.
He specified hand with the left, but not with the right. So if you're thinking, yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
what your question was, Mr. Littleman? Because I do not know what your name is still.
It says, I can repeat it one more time if you wish, but then you might as well give up. In my left hand, I never hold it. In my right, I can.
Do we think the absence of hand is significant?
I don't know.
Possibly.
You know,
It's a
play
riddle,
on-
right? Because
A play on right, meaning not right hand, but one's rights.
Yeah.
Or even writing.
Oh, yeah. In my
Hmm.
right. I don't know. My best guess was left elbow. So sorry.
It was a good guess.
It was a fair. I mean, I knew it wasn't the answer to the riddle because like that's a ridiculous answer to a riddle. But
Are you saying that
You're-
again? The left elbow again?
no. We're discussing amongst ourselves. We're huddled.
Yeah, we're huddled. Yeah, I don't love
Why so
the
interested in that? Why are we so
the
interested anyway?
the
Unless
gnome
we
gnome
have.
the gnome says it says to Mervyn, I can show you.
Oh, that you can
Contorting
hold
its
your
body.
left elbow in your left hand.
Yes.
Oh God, no.
Do we all get to give our own answer, or is it just one for the group?
Oh, you all give me one answer, of course. It is me
Is it-
against you.
Is it your name?
No.
Okay.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
That was the second try already, right? So I guess we got it wrong. So that's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Fine.
Well, no, he would only repeat it one more time, but he said that all of us can answer.
Yeah, so everyone gets an answer. All right. Well,
You can
I'll,
give
I'll
up if
try
you
first.
want.
What was that?
You can give up if you want.
I would not. I don't remember, but I think something bad happens when we don't answer right. So go ahead, Reynard.
bad
Take a shot.
I'm not gonna get this. I'm thinking. Jesus. All right. I think I'll say zeal, conviction. When you're right, you hold something. You hold something to be true.
The gnome looks at Reynard and says, yes, a servant of whore would say that. No.
All right,
I'm
Celery,
bracing
you-
myself for some kind of consequence, but I'll step back if I'm wrong.
There's no consequence, no.
Okay.
Celery.
Oh, I'm not answering. I'm like still wondering
Okay.
what's the consequence. I'm like I didn't really get the gist that there was gonna be like a consequence to it yet. So-
Okay. Well, I guess we give up then for this one.
Oh, all right. The left hand.
Damn it! So close.
Wait, what? Oh,
You can't hold your left hand in your left hand, but you can hold it in your right hand.
you were
You
very
started-
close.
You started overthinking it. the gnome says, "All right, your turn. Go ahead."
Okay. There are 12 men on an island. One of them is slightly heavier or lighter than the rest. There is a seesaw on the island, but you can only use it 3 times before it breaks. How do you find the odd man out, and is he heavier or lighter?
the gnome thinks for a moment and says, I've got it. Magic.
No.
All right. Ah, I've got it. You can grab each one at a time and try how much they weigh.
Against what? It's a seesaw.
Me, I will grab them and lift them up and see which one is a different weight.
You only have 3 tries, and there are 12 of them.
Why do I have 3 tries?
I said that. You can only use a seesaw 3 times before it breaks.
I'm not using the seesaw.
He's saying he's just going to try to lift.
Oh,
each
he's just going to lift them. Okay, fine. I said slightly. You think you'd be able to tell that one of them is like half a pound lighter or heavier?
The gnome said the
sorry, 50 grams.
whatever. the gnome says, "Oh, I'm very good at that."
No.
All right, I give up.
Okay, you use math. Each
what is that?
Each man is assigned a unique permutation, and they each get on so the seesaw. I explained that this is a math problem that you have to use permutations to solve, and so I won't like explain how you do it, but I'll explain to him like the maybe even I get out a sheet of paper and map out how you do it, but you can't solve it like a normal riddle. It's a math problem.
Everybody else is probably also just like confused about what you do what with what.
Yes.
Carried the 7.
Both in and out of character. I have no idea what
and the gnome's listening really intently and says, "Ah, interesting. I'll try to remember that one. Thank you."
Oh no. Okay.
All right, it's my turn then.
Wait, why are we doing so many riddles in the middle of nowhere?
Presumably he might know the way out of here. We should probably just use our next guess on asking that.
We're just playing at this point. We're not doing anything productive. Like, must we stay? Let's just move on from this person.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
sorry,
I mean,
sure.
last time when you were in a similar situation, you started like asking like leading questions instead of riddles, and now suddenly Mervin's just like, let's go riddles.
Do this.
Can we
do we even
walk
need
and
to
talk?
play it?
Yeah,
Why don't we play our riddle game as we walk on our way out of here, if you want to lead us to the surface while we play games?
The gnome says, no, sit down. It is my turn now. What disappears?
Why do we even have to play?
What disappears the moment you say its name?
Silence.
That is correct. Very good. Your turn.
Do we need to have a turn? Let's just leave. I don't want to play this game. Like, why?
I agree.
Actually, like, what are you guys doing?
The gnome says,
I'm not even talking to these rude little
happy?
people.
What will make Ree happy?
Like, kill this little fucker.
Wow.
The gnome says, please.
You're not involved in this conversation. Keep your silence to yourself, and then let's move on, people. We don't need to hear this little run talk. He's so rude. Doesn't even introduce himself.
That's true. I wouldn't mind a conversation to know where we are. Presumably,
He's
this
gonna
thing
ask you
knows
in
the way out of
riddles.
here.
Like, if he's just gonna ask you in riddles, then he's just being rude anyway. Like,
Perhaps
if he's not
just
genuine,
enjoys
why do you want to
riddles.
interact with it?
I don't know.
The thing
that we
is,
need
I'm not
to
gonna be
assume.
genuine with somebody that doesn't doesn't give the same genuine respect. So like just ignore it.
We could.
I'm afraid of it.
Do you have
Why?
reason to be afraid of it? You seem to know this thing.
I don't remember. It was the thing was something happened with it. I don't remember. Dupe, what happened with it?
What happened with it was that it gave you a 4-leaf clover.
Is that really it? It gave us a 4-leaf clover.
You sat down, had did some riddles, and moved on, and got a little gift for it.
Well,
All right,
All
this will
right.
be really, really quick. Okay, we're
here's
on.
a classic one.
Yeah.
What runs but never walks, and
Mhm.
speaks but never talks.
Um,
I'm gonna start my short rest while you guys are doing this. All right. So when you guys are done, let me know. I'm not involved in this.
so you're just leaving the situation.
I'm just sitting down by myself. You guys can continue interacting with these rude little people that doesn't even want to interact with me in a genuine manner, and then I'll take my short rest. If it lasts a whole hour, I'm just gonna get the benefit of it. But otherwise,
It's not
yeah.
gonna
When you
finish.
guys are ready to leave, I'm ready to leave.
So my question is, are you leaving the situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not walking away, I'm just sitting somewhere.
Yeah, but you're leaving. You're leaving the conversation
Yeah.
and leaving it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The gnome thinks for a moment and says, Ah, yes, a river.
Yes.
All right, my turn then. It belongs to you, but everyone else uses it. What is it?
Your name.
That is correct.
I don't know if we can win.
It is your
but if
turn.
we stump him but if we stump him right now, we win.
Does anyone else have one? I have another classic one, but it's one of those things where I'm actually not positive if it exists. And-
In world, you mean?
yeah.
Go for it.
It's
The answer might be magic.
right. What has a face with no mouth and hands that cannot hold anything?
It would exist, yes. The gnome thinks for a moment. Says, a face, but no mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Have you stumped him?
A clock?
Correct.
Ah, good. I had not heard that one before. Thank you. Then they just sit there and smile, looking at you.
We've done 3 each. Well, what?
Well, that was fun. Let's
Yeah.
say we find a way out of here.
The gnome says, yes, it was fun. All right. I hope you have fun with that.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the way out?
I know ways. In, out, above and below.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you know where we are?
Yes, I do believe in the current era is called Lyvernia?
That is the continent we were on.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. Good.
Okay.
Bit more precise. That's a start.
I don't think he can get more precise. What is your name? Remind me, please.
Oh, no names are needed here. Between friends.
That's what I thought. Okay.
What do you prefer to
Well,
be called?
No names are needed here between friends. Are we not friends?
okay, let's just
Very well, friend.
go to the exit. You can walk alongside us if you wish.
Cough if we're going the wrong way.
The gnome says, well, if you are leaving, then I wish you farewell and happy travels. Perhaps I will visit you at home.
No.
Can you at least point us in the
Please.
correct direction to exit?
If our
Oh.
goal is to get to the surface.
The gnome points up a finger and starts twirling it and stops, pointing upwards.
Great. Awesome. Okay, bye. Celery, come on. We've definitely lost Fly on Parsnip now. Ree. Damn it. Ree. Okay. It's Ree today. Ree, come on.
Okay. So did you guys achieve anything?
We entertained ourselves, I guess. Made a friend.
Would you call that a friend that wouldn't even give you their name?
Yeah.
Names have power, so they say.
It probably has a very gnomish name that I'm never going to remember.
Do you remember the name of the gnome from Engineering Academy?
Flip.
Wow. Is that accurate?
Flipwinkray.
Good try. Good try. The intent is there. You did remember it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I guess we're leaving? Heading back on our path towards the surface?
Yep.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. The
Okay.
gnome stays there and just keeps sitting down there. Yeah, you keep on moving through the tunnel. You don't immediately find any other anything else that would indicate that you are on the right path or anything. What's your game plan here? Are you going to just keep on going as long as possible? Or is there a point when you are going to
How long have we
consider
been
other
traveling
options?
so far?
Half an hour or something.
Okay.
Half an hour, 1 hour, something like that. Not that long. But you did start in the early evening, so.
Did we have we stopped seeing mining equipment?
No.
Okay, as long as we keep seeing mining equipment, I don't think we should turn back. I think we should keep going.
Well, is there
Is
only
there-
one kind of main passage, and then there's blocked passages, or have we had lots of forks to choose between?
Not a lot of forks so far, but now it does seem to be forking off in the distance.
Okay. I guess we'll
Well, kind
just
of the
use
same-
Parsnip slowly to verify that there is or is not a lot of mining equipment on one side, or if it's the exit, that would be great. Parsnip can verify with every blocked passage that it's not the exit. The final exit, it checks on the other side.
So if you're coming up to a fork in the road, so why are you sending Parsnip somewhere? They're both
fork in the
open.
road is. They're both open. Okay. Never mind.
Same methodology as before, then, to just kind of discern: are there any signifiers between, dampness in the air, airflow, mobility, plant growth, anything like that?
Give me a survival check.
The dog hair off my
Could
hand for-
could I use guidance on this since we know it before?
Yeah.
We can add a D4 to it.
Okay.
Prepare.
Is there a way to do that? I mean, I can just do that and then roll a
Haha,
d4,
never
right?
mind. You're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so then just 4.
24.
24.
Do you want to use Flash of Genius?
24 is pretty good, right? Actually, you know what? Why not? Let's use Flash of Genius. It's a 29 now.
Mm-hmm. You check around and, you know, sense your surroundings and everything, and look really closely all around, and you notice that on the leftmost tunnel there's a little clover on the floor. It is a plant that is not supposed to be here.
Okay.
Let's take it and continue down that path.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I think it's a special gift from the riddle friend.
As you touch the clover, it disappears.
Oh, cool.
Even more likely then, magic in nature.
Mhm.
Do I see any reason not to go down that path? Or is that like kind of the only real difference between the two paths is one of them was marked with a clover?
I mean, it seems like the likely path for you as well.
Okay. Well, then
But again,
let's
you
do
are
it.
very unsure about it, but...
Okay.
You keep going through there. The path seems to be winding downwards just ever so slightly. And it is also constantly like turning
I don't.
to the left.
I mean, a small downgrade can be fine. You know, caves are not always like linear straight up, but obviously we do, I believe, want to go to the surface, especially given that our buddy pointed that way
Right.
for the way out.
Yeah.
So I think we go for an hour.
We can also continue using the metric up if we stop seeing mining equipment.
Yeah,
That's bad.
agreed. Plus, you did say it's early evening, so we could go until nightfall, or at least until we kind of approximately feel like we're getting tired and need a rest, and then we can assess at that point if nothing changes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it starts to be like steep declines, then we backtrack. But I think as long as it's just like a slow grade and, you know, kind of natural ebb and flow type of thing, I think we just keep going.
So you keep going for a bit. You end up in what you end up coming to a larger cavern. And in this cavern, you see an increased amount of this sort of abandoned equipment. And out of the cavern, there's only one other tunnel out.
Oh,
Except that there is also an underground river going through it. You don't see any openings, but you would guess that underwater there's probably 2 more openings that the river goes through.
the river has like, it's not like stagnant water. It's like an actual flowing river.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, for sure. Okay. But only one passage leaving the chamber.
Yeah, and you don't see any equipment on the other side of the river. The air is more refreshing feeling here. You don't get that sulfuric odor in this cavern.
Does anyone have augury?
Yeah. I need to be right back.
I feel like we should just go on the path that can lead to somewhere before going through the river path, and then backtrack if we need to take the river path.
I definitely don't want to use the river. But fine, let's go through the entrance.
The other
Unless
one.
we want
Only exit. Yeah, the only exit we see. Yeah.
Yeah, unless we want to camp out here. But
We could always put the vine here, right?
true.
Could. No, let's keep exploring. I want to see if we can solve it.
Okay.
You keep on going into the tunnel. You don't see any mining equipment around here.
I don't like that.
But as you leave the cavern with the river, that sulfuric odor comes back, and maybe it's just because of it leaving your nose for a bit, but it feels like it might be a little bit stronger on this side.
I think we should turn around. I think we should turn around and use a different path.
Okay. And with the river, how quickly did it seem to be flowing? Was it like really fast or just like slow?
Pretty fast.
So it probably would not be a simple matter of trying to like swim against the current if we wanted to try to go that way.
No. It's also extremely cold.
Yeah, I wouldn't use. I don't think we should use the river.
Well, it's either this
You said-
way or the river.
Well, can't we?
There's the
can
other
we-
side of the river, right?
Well, before we took a path that was downgrade slightly,
Oh yeah.
there were closed off pathways. I
But there
think
was
it
another
was
path we could have gone.
I think it was a mistake to take the path that went downgrade at all. And I think that I have now verified this, having now led to a place that smells stronger of sulfur, and there is no mining equipment.
I mean,
And
unless
there was
whatever
mysterious
creature
river.
they were trying to trap in the mines is now near the entrance.
I think the creature they were trying to trap may have been the Baylor, but I'm not positive.
I mean, if that was the case, then they would have been too slow to trap it, since it was in the city and had to be trapped there.
Yeah, I don't know what went down. I don't like that we're farther underground and that it smells even stronger of sulfur. Don't like that.
Can I have a quick reminder from what this cave-in look in? There is the road that we just took that leads to stronger sulfur. There is the river that apparently has a very strong stream that goes one direction only. And then there is a bank on the other side of the river, correct?
No. So basically, you have the one cavern with the river, and out of it are two tunnels. The one tunnel that you came through, and the one tunnel you're going through right now.
Oh, okay.
So your option. So basically, what your options are either to keep, well, beyond many other things, but basically you can keep going this way where you're going right now, or then you can backtrack to that intersection where you picked up the clover, and then you can take the other path that didn't have it.
Yeah. I think we should go back the other path that didn't have the clover.
How far have we been traveling?
$15 minutes.
15 minutes.
So you don't think like the clover is a gesture of goodwill of this so-called friend?
No,
I
You're
think
starting
so.
to doubt your friend.
No,
I doubt my friend very strongly.
I don't doubt my friend at all. Not for 1 minute.
Mm.
You think I should doubt my friend?
I don't like that we are going further underground
Mm-hmm.
and that it smells stronger of sulfur.
How much of a grade is it? Would you say, like in 15 minutes? is it like steep enough that we would have gone, 100 feet further underground, or is it just a little bit?
I don't know, but no, it's not steep at all.
Not steep.
I
Okay.
also don't like that there is no mining equipment on this other side of the river.
Oh, I thought this big cavern had lots of mining equipment in it.
The big cavern had lots of mining equipment, and then there was a entrance to another a
The
tunnel
sulfuric route. Yeah.
I see.
So we come into a cavern. There's lots of mining equipment. There's a little river on the there's a path to another tunnel on the other side of the river, and when we go into there, it starts smelling like sulfur again, and there is no mining equipment. I think that's bad. Very bad. I think it's possible that here was where they started mining a new pathway and they stumbled across the bad thing, and now we should not go anywhere near this.
Okay.
That's
If you
my,
feel
that's
that's
my
strongly,
theory,
that's
but
fine.
I want to go back to where the clover was and then go the other direction.
All right.
All right. You go backwards. And you backtrack to that intersection and you start taking the other path. You notice that there's no mining equipment here either.
Damn it. Okay. Damn it.
I would not be
Okay, what do you-
surprised if whatever got trapped down here has been trying to dig its way out.
Okay. What do you guys think? Do you think we should trust the clover, or do you think it's a trick?
I think trust the clover. The gnome seemed very kind.
Now I'm unsure because the opposite direction of the clover also doesn't have mining equipment.
Are there any other signifying features or anything like that in this tunnel? Is it just kind of like a naturally occurring tunnel with, doesn't look like it's been excavated at all?
I mean, so far, nothing really strikes out. Maybe if you keep going.
Does the grade slope up or down or neutral?
Slight downward slope as well.
How about go
feel
for
like I
another
wanna go
15
through-
minutes? What was that?
Yeah, I want to go through the path that has like stronger sulfuric smell. Didn't the Dwarven city have like a smell to it as well?
I
Is it
don't
not?
remember that.
It did, yeah.
Did it? Oh,
It did.
Okay.
So wouldn't that be a better
right, fine.
signifier?
okay, fine. Let's go
So back down the
the
clover
clover.
path.
Yeah, the clover.
So you backtrack again.
Yeah, well,
It happens. It's only 15 minutes. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's adventural stuff, right? Adventural do this all the time.
Yep. So you make your way again over the river to the other tunnel, and you keep on going. And as said, it seems to like be sort of spiraling left the whole time. And you keep going from the point where you had left off last. You keep going for like another maybe half an hour, and you notice that you start to notice that there's a little bit more vegetation around.
It's a good sign, potentially.
is it underdark vegetation?
Is it fungus or is it like plants?
It is it's stuff that is unknown to you.
Hmm.
It seems to be you do see like some mushrooms as well, but you do see some other plants too that should require sunlight or something like that. But Mervyn at least has experience about these things, and you know that plants in the Underdark actually live off of the sort of ambient magic.
And these are not those plants.
These seem to be that kind of plant because you don't see a sun.
Oh, damn it.
But Underdark may not be wrong, because remember when we went into Hoffit Ring's place, it eventually led us to the Underdark, right?
True.
It did. I don't want to be in the Underdark.
And yet, here we are.
I don't want to be stuck in a series of tunnels in the Underdark again.
Those drows are not even like a threat to you, even though we took off, but I'm like, they didn't do anything. They
shot at us. What are you talking about?
I mean, that's what they do, but it's not like they were like that dangerous. That's my point.
You were hiding in the lamp. You don't get to say that.
True.
Okay. Looks like Underdark, smells like Underdark. I don't like that.
What's the alternative? We can teleport
Maybe it's
out.
about time you made friends with people in the Underdark instead of having a biased opinions towards them.
Where
Fairly said.
Does Fred have locate object? Does anyone have locate object?
I have locate object, but I need to re-prepare it. So
Okay,
I need to take a long rest.
Let's sleep, and you can prepare. Well, we have to get out of the Underdark to do that because the divination won't work. But we can backtrack, and then I would like you to use locate object on anything that'll tell us a cardinal direction of where we should go.
But locate object, you have to target like an object, and you can only target up to your mouth. It's not that useful, you know. It needs to be an object that I'm familiar with.
Okay. How familiar do you have to be with
so this is the spell, and it's blocked off by tunnel. So I'm like,
It is? You said the direction of the ocean.
1,000 feet.
At least once. Alternatively. No. If you can sense the direction of the object's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet. Isn't that far? Okay. We could go back to the Clover intersection, which I suspect is the closest to the exit, and then you could cast it to see if we were within 1,000 feet of, I don't know, the statue at the exit. You saw that.
Okay, sure. That's
something like that.
Sense, the statue.
Just to tell us if we're that far away and which direction it's in if we are that close. 1,000 feet's not that.
1,000 feet's not that useful.
It's not that far. It's not that
Probably
far.
not worth a night's sleep. Are we sure we're going into the Underdark at this point?
Dude,
I
but
don't know. I feel like we should just continue ahead.
Can I roll nature? Can I roll nature or something to verify that we're in the Underdark right now or leading into the Underdark?
I mean, you've heard all the things. You have all the signs. You are on the ground. That is what the Underdark is.
Fine. Okay.
Being underground is the Underdark.
I don't.
It's time.
You have to go pretty far.
It's time to put up. I feel like you really need to put aside your differences and then come to terms that the Underdark people may actually be allies.
No, it's not about the Underdark people being allies or not. It's that the Underdark is massive and we might not come out of it and immediately be in a drow city. We're going to come out of it and be in a random cave and we don't know how far we are from anything. And then we're going to get lost.
We're on the same continent, at least.
I mean, we can try the teleportation circle, but we might end up in the same situation.
And we can't teleport from the Underdark because of the magic barrier. And the Underdark, we were lost in it before, and that was with a drow princess, and she couldn't even get us out without wandering blindly for days.
We did teleport into here, though.
we teleported into the mines and then we walked down into the Underdark.
Something that was adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a 30-foot walk back into the thing with the.
Yes, my understanding of the Underdark is that there's the surface. There's like you could like dig underground, but there's like a magic barrier that like separates simple underground from the Underdark. That's my understanding of it.
There's no like barrier.
It's not a line. It's okay.
Yeah, and also, I don't know where you're pulling this from, but at no point have you heard of anything that would indicate that there's any sort of special block on the Underdark in terms of teleportation.
Oh, I'm confusing it with the anti-divination.
Yes, like magic into the Underdark and from the Underdark is less. There's blockage, but it's more focused on the divination side of things, and also mainly the reason you wouldn't probably want to teleport into the Underdark is the fact that if you are off target by 50 feet, that can easily mean that you are in a completely different cave system.
Yeah. Okay.
But teleporting out of it shouldn't be a problem if you want to do that option.
Okay, we should just continue walking until we are really, really tired.
I agree with that.
Fine.
All right, you keep walking until you are really, really tired. You
The same methods of exploring.
Yeah, you keep on exploring the cavern. You don't find any signs of mining equipment around here, but you don't really see any signs of any intelligent life otherwise either. You do find, as said, these plants that you could eat if you want. Eat a couple of unknown mushrooms, but
No.
apart
If we
from
do
that,
we should
it's
check nature first.
apart from that, there's just it's starting to actually, there starts to be more and more openings and more tunnels leading here and there. Some of them just looping back in on themselves. Others that keep on going.
So
Bad
right
idea.
now we probably should head back. Do you want to take the river? Otherwise, there's also the option of just teleporting into Kentuck and then dealing with that.
Don't want to take the river.
I do have the necklace of adaptation, so I can breathe underwater. I have Ree's name in my book. If you want, I can go through and see if it's safe. But I obviously can't write while I'm still underwater. I'd have to find dry land.
The problem is, once you are away from us, there's no way I can bring you back. That's the problem.
Mhm.
Yeah, if it's unsafe, then
Yeah,
you can't come back.
I can tell you if it's safe. I cannot do anything else.
So if you don't hear anything from Pyros, then you know that you need
It
to
wasn't
find a new
safe.
friend.
Ready?
Yeah, that's the problem.
All right. Well, so why?
Unless
Go ahead.
I put teleportation circle into the ring of spell storing, and then you could also teleport.
Is it 5th level?
It is 5th level.
I would
My
love to
suggestion-
teleport separately.
My suggestion
Is there
would be that you grab all valuables and magical items off of Pyros and then throw him in the river and see what happens.
Is there a spell that would be helpful to us that we could use the limited wish for? the
Not
following
anymore.
day?
You can't use it.
you
Yeah, can't
used
use
your
it now.
limited wish already.
3 days.
No, I'm asking. Oh, it's 3 days. Oh my god.
3 long rests.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
You-
I thought it was 1 long rest.
Wow.
Fine. Never
We should have just
mind,
used
never
it for
mind.
find the path then. Instead of casting dark vision, we should just
Find the
done
path
find
is
the
1
path.
minute.
Yeah, find a path is a minute.
1 minute.
It's
So is
only action
Audrey.
spells.
So is augury. I'm trying to find spells that would help, but it doesn't matter because we need 3 days, and I don't want to spend 3 days here. I mean, I have great food and water, so we're not going to starve. But like,
What are we going to accomplish by staying here? That's my point.
Yeah, we still have Celery's teleportation circle to be able to leave.
but it could go worse.
We can always go to Cantok or Joe's at this point, but Joe's means we end up just having to walk back, which I don't want to. Cantok means you have to deal with guards, which I also don't want to. So those are options.
I think it's better to go to Jost than to Cantok, but I don't like either. Because it went wrong when we had a good chance of success, and I'm afraid you can teleport again.
What kind of time pressure are we under here?
We don't know.
Self-imposed. Self-imposed time pressure.
Yeah, we told the
let's talk
elders of
about that.
Jost. We told the elders of Jost that we'd be back soon. I imagine they're going to get worried if we're not back within like 2 weeks because it doesn't take that long to get to 60th Tower and back.
Okay.
I think you have a bias towards teleportation magic. I'm like, if the portal works fine, that means teleportation is fine.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Again, I have a bias against teleportation magic, but that's
All right,
Everything
let's-
is fine, as we are currently not where we were trying to teleport to.
All right, let's sleep, go back up, and then cast teleport. Because I still think that Underdark is going to interfere, possibly, with teleport. So
why
think
do I need to cut? Wait, where do you want to teleport first?
to Jost?
Then
Why?
I can do it now. Why do I have to do it later?
Oh, we could. Well, I just don't want. I don't want to do it while we're in the Underdark. Won't it interfere a little bit? I mean, I know it doesn't block it
No,
completely,
shouldn't.
but
Shouldn't.
Also,
If the portal works,
I
teleportation
don't.
doesn't work.
I don't want to influence
us
your
a lot.
decisions here, but I think you can probably do better than completely kind of walking back and backtracking on everything you've done and ending back in Jost. I think you can probably figure out a way to teleport somewhere that is a little bit closer to your goal, or somewhere else than where you started off from. Is kind of the
Right,
point.
right. But like, the other options are to go to Cantok, where we're going to be arrested immediately, even if we disguise ourselves, because we'll be unknown people using the circle without authorization.
That's an assumption, a strong assumption, but still an assumption nonetheless.
Fine. There's no other place to go that has a success rate, and it already failed miserably.
I don't think it failed miserably because my target location was Dirk Azef, right? Maybe we are in Dirk Azef. It's just that Dirk Azef is so huge that we have no idea which part of Dirk Azef we are at.
Okay.
So I'm still not convinced that I have failed.
Okay.
I appreciate
know,
the
I think-
optimism.
Do you think it's worth doing the locate object just like from the clover to like just verify? Because there's a small chance that we're so close to the exit and we just don't know.
I don't know.
I think that's worth it, because if we go back to the clover, do locate object, and it turns out we are within 1,000 feet of the statue at the exit, then we should just try and get out.
It's also entirely possible that river leads into those same underwater tunnels that we went into from the Dragon Slayer.
That. Forgot about those.
Can we
Should we
use
just take the
personal
river right
smoke
now and
water?
then see what happens?
Oh god. I need to rest so we can do water breathing, because I think that's a good idea. And we can do
Call them off.
we could do the same
we
thing
could
we did
call them
last time, where I and Fred stay outside the lamp and the rest of us go in the lamp.
Why do you have to stay outside when pyros can breathe underwater?
The
We could just
water
do this now.
is
I have to be inside the lamp if we're going in the lamp.
Oh,
the
right.
the water is also really cold. Like you're gonna die.
Oh,
Oh,
If you just
okay.
jump into it and just keep on.
Okay,
If it keeps going for a long time, you're just gonna
Do I
freeze
have
to
something
death.
to help me against? Do I have something to help me against that?
Do we? Yeah, I was gonna say protection. Or...
So- Remind me again what the problem was with just teleporting to Quandrix.
I
think
don't
it
know.
was
Uh,
you
You,
there
didn't
is-
have an
you guys didn't
associated
want to do it.
object.
You didn't want to do it
Yeah.
for some reason.
I was fine going there, but you guys say that there is a 25% chance of it happening or something like that. Because
Yeah,
the teleporting, I don't have an associated object there.
right. The associated object was a better chance of success than
Right.
knowing the area well.
Right. That's why we did Durgazeth, but
Okay, fine.
But hey, as a added detail, if the water is that super cold, then we probably know the sulfur smell is not from a volcano.
Yeah.
Which is
I
a
mean-
good thing?
It gives answers.
We did right. We
Which
did
is
say
a
the
good
alternative
thing.
to volcano was pit fiend, right? So,
Yeah.
Answers.
yeah.
I mean, we
Answers
could
are not always
do.
good.
We could try and I mean, it's a gamble that the river leads to the gold dragon's little pool, but we could do that. We'd have to the only way to do it is for us all to go in the lamp, except for Fred, who carries it in his mouth as like a shark or something, or whatever we did last time.
Can we
Killer
use Parsnip to scout the river?
Parsnip is gonna freeze and die, and he doesn't swim. He can go through the walls along.
I was
the
going to
river,
say, yeah,
but
just
he'll take
parallel
damage.
dip in and out of the water and go into the wall.
But doesn't he also get hurt every round that he's in the wall?
Do you have
Right.
spider climb prepared?
Yes. I do,
Oh,
actually. I do.
does the river lead under, or could we just spider climb because there is actual path on the river?
I mean, I can only target one person and it lasts only an hour.
So I guess he's saying, like, is there an actual roof of the cave above the water?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, because you also haven't even seen the tunnel. You just assume that a strong assumption that there is probably a tunnel down there in the river, but you haven't actually seen it because it is underwater.
Gotcha.
Well, I could do spider climb on Parsnip and he could check.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's check that. We have to walk all the way back to the river.
Unless we continue, but
I have another way of scouting. Let me see this. I could summon other familiars. Let me check. So
You
a
are
mile
also
is much further, right?
before
So
you
that's-
before you start walking back towards the river, you are really, really tired, as you
Yeah,
requested.
okay, fine. Let's sleep.
Yes.
Let's sleep. Okay, I can prepare different spells this time. Things that'll help us get out.
so are we going to use the vine, or do we want to sleep in the lantern? Or just out in the middle, that's also an option, but
Let's just sleep out, and yeah. Let's just sleep out.
Tiny hut, I assume.
Tiny hut.
yeah, Fred can do tiny hut.
Yeah, let's do tiny hut. Okay, let me.
You should get rid of that spell because I have tiny heart. It's wasting one of his known spells.
Water breathing.
He'll get Magnificent Mansion next time instead.
I remember all your infusions. Thing that you wanted to do.
Oh yeah. Let's redo the infusions, so that Celery has the Amulet of Health.
Wow, 42 health. I get that much. Okay, great.
Yeah. And then I'm also going to redo the spell storing item on a forgery kit, and I'm going to do dark vision.
Okay.
So if we need, anyone who needs it can cast dark vision on themselves. Okay. Okay.
Regain my 1 hit point.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yep.
Okay. Me too. Shoot. What's gonna be?
Assuming that the tiny hut isn't disintegrated or anything like that.
I mean, I could just cast it and I'm under the effects of Arcana, so it should be fine.
So, you begin your short rest. I mean, long rest.
Not alright.
Long rest. And at the end of your long rest, you have garnered yourselves enough experience through toiling through these tunnels that you level up.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, we did?
Oh
Yep.
my god.
And
Okay.
that is where we will leave off for next time.
All right.
You waking up in the middle of nowhere in a tunnel inside a tiny hut.
Life has made us wise.
Yes.
So my actual HP goes up by 5.
You made a great progress today.
Yeah.
Really? We did? Really?
We did play riddle games.
Yeah. You won the riddle game if there's any winning to it. But yeah, that's where we'll leave off today. And
All
next
right.
time we'll see how you get out of here, or if you decide to just go in a whole side adventure into the Underdark to rescue your old friends or whatever you want to do.
No.
You can rescue people?
I don't know what you want to do. But apparently you want to go into the Underdark here.
I don't want to go into the Underdark. I've been saying that. Oh, can you make sure that you prepare locate object in case we want to try that? I think the river is a good
Okay,
exploration
sure.
thing,
I
but
can do that.
I can as well.
okay.
All right. But that's it for today. So see you all next week.
All right.
See ya.
Bye. Yep.
She's
Bye-bye.
gonna be so mad.
We'll see. All right. Underdark adventure, not what I was expecting, but here we are yet again with the unexpected. They'll get out of there next time, but maybe something interesting first. Underdark, can't pass up on that opportunity. Anyways, that's it for today, and next week we're gonna see how they get out of this. Bye.